Wrong button down on the phone. What the fuck? Are you kidding me? Really? Well, we're gonna have to just kind of delay that a little bit, I guess. What the? There we go. Stupid button. There's no earthly way of knowing which direction we are going. There's no knowing where we're rowing or which way the river's flowing. Is it raining? Is it snowing? Is a hurricane a-blowing? Not a speck of light is showing, so the danger must be growing. All the fires of hell were glowing. Is the grizzly reaper mowing? The danger must be growing, for the rowers keep on rowing, and they're certainly not showing that a sign that they are slowing. Stop the boat.
What's up, everybody? Accidentally closed the freaking lyrics page, but then I remembered them all halfway through anyway. Let's see, everything seems to be working. Nothing's broke yet, but we're just starting, so let's see what we can do. Welcome from the Clive stream. If you've never been here before, I do this every week. We just have fun, a little more cannabis and alcohol here, but you know, besides that, we're all good. And I should probably look there, not at the speaker, because what good is that? If you're joining late, don't forget to click that live button so you can be up to date with us. And let's see, we got a bunch of people. Wow, we got a lot of people popping into here today. Just so you know, we do have a ThermoWhoofle in about 10 minutes. That's when we do a woofle on the thermal cam. Besides that, welcome. We have plenty of goofballs here. The early crew was here, which Franco Walker, Gas Smasher, Phil in the Kitchen, and Joe Russ. Mr. A-Cake was hanging out earlier. Our Queen Liz Edwards is here, the Queen of Fire, and our Queen Goofball. Patrick Cranen, what's going on? Groove Jack, when did this kick off? You mean like when did this start overall? Like at Clive, when Clive started doing the tattoo? I did some fill-in streams and people seem to enjoy it. So now we do Clive after Clive. All right, yes, Cloudy McCloud. Why don't we do a toast? And today I will be toasting with, not a sponsor, Arizona. Half and half. It says light. I think that's the only way they make it. I guess today we'll, do we need a family crest? I kind of got a thing on that. We'll get to that. But a cheers, you know what? A toast to Miss Liz Edwards. Cheers to our queen, the Queen of Fire and the Queen Goofball. Cheers to you. Thanks for hanging out. All right, let's see. I'm going to take a little vape. And now that I've said that word, we are definitely never going to have this video get any money. All right, let's see. So tonight's plan, we'll be playing our little cat thing before we give him treats, will be the laser, which I think is still in the other room charging. So we'll grab that at a pee break or whenever we need to. Besides that, we got like various interesting news around 6:30. We got ThermoWhoofles every on the half is, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Thanks, 404. seem to have forgotten something. Come on. Hold on. Alright, there's that. Let's turn on the snake one. Make the water look neat. That's going there. Let's turn this one on. Yeah, let's get something over there. Whoa! Let's knock the space station over. Or not. We'll be putting LEDs in that this Wednesday. We'll be putting LEDs in that and probably the rover, assuming we have enough time. Chipmunk has gifted a membership to Steve Aldridge, was randomly picked. Welcome to the Goofballs, Steve. All right, so now we have lights. Thank you, 404. Yeah, I forget to. It's look. We know how. If you've been here before, you know how it goes. It's nothing but technical difficulties. It's kind of what we do. Although I will say I am a little disappointed that I think I fixed the camera from stopping, because I'll go ahead and show you. Like, I've been waiting for it to break, but it hasn't. Because if it would ever crash, it was going to show this like automatically. But I feel like I may have wasted my time on that. So watch now, it won't restart. All right, cool. So I guess if you ever see that, that's when the old technical difficulty came back. Phew. Good evening, Little Jim's Teardown and Fix It. All right, before we get to the woofle, schedules have been kind of locked down. So instead of having a nice Thanksgiving vacation, I'm working 8 hours on Thursday, 4 hours on Friday, and then Friday's game stream will be Half-Life 2. I'll be playing up to 12 hours of Half-Life 2, starting around 1:05. So I'll get out for work, get set up, play the game for up to 12 hours, because anything after 12 hours, Steam doesn't keep, or YouTube doesn't save. And then I'll take a nap, and then we'll do the Saturday stream, because the Saturday after American Thanksgiving is the Pay It Forward stream. Since Clive has helped me get to where I am with, streaming and hanging out with everybody, I'm going to do a stream, and I'm going to post it a little earlier, probably on Wednesday, and I want you guys to put like stuff in the comments or whatever that you would like me to promote for you. Like if you got an up and coming channel, like something at work, something positive, no negative stuff, no political, anything, just a little bit of self-promotion. I want to promote you since you helped me. So that will be November 24th, that's Saturday, and I'll remind everyone once more, just to hang out. Why not Half-Life 3? Because it's been 25 years, and there's going to be still a slight delay on that JSEVs. But I did actually just I finally got around and repurchased Half-Life and Half-Life 2 yesterday for $3, I think it was, on sale for Half-Life 2 episode 1 and 2 as well. Blair Scoutin, well, nice to meet a fellow marathon gamer. Good to meet you too, and I'm not done, because it also times out it's nice that it's 25th anniversary for Half-Life 2, but on December 10th is Doom's 30th anniversary, so I'll be playing Doom, the first chapter of Doom 1, first chapter of Doom 2, first thing of Doom 3, first whatever of Doom 2016, and then we're going to finish off with Doom Eternal. So that's going to be, there's a lot of streams coming up, but that's all right. And I'm kind of working on something for late December that might be kind of interesting. And the last Saturday of December, I'm going to be really high. We'll get to details on that later. Anyway, now that we're all caught up on that, is that everything? Tonight's Fan Toast back? Yeah, that rebooted actually didn't reboot the phone today. Okay, we're all caught up with all that good stuff. Rifleman, note to the audio record. Well, thank you, Rifleman. Yeah, I've been tweaking them still. I got to tweak the settings. You know how that goes. Just a thought on the log on the wall to the left as your scruff dog. Perhaps the dog should have a beard. Oh, my little scruffy guy. He's got a little, he's got the goatee, which is what I would normally be rocking, but been doing the beard thing lately. I think I had thought about that, but it added a certain complication that I kind of like this one. Like, as far as my skill level of creating a logo, that's pretty good. I'm pretty good with that. The adding a beard part, I felt was going to be a little weird. A little more, well, not weird, but more difficult. Scruff Dog, I had to think of you when I saw the video of Cassie Liddell towing an Amazon trailer to their warehouse. The poor guy wasted a lot of time at the gate trying to get in. Steve Adlers. Yeah, it's weird. The Amazon I work at, like, some days you can just roll up and they'll just like, yep, come on. And then other days, like, you got to give them DNA tests. They got to stick their finger in your butt, and it's ridiculous. It seems like it really depends on who is at the gate. When you're going into the loading dock area at the Amazon I'm at. Yeah, and every once in a while, besides this, I do drone videos, Rifleman was saying. That's kind of what I tried, years ago, past couple years, live drone, where you fly with the drone. Still do that sometimes, but been busy lately. Craig Matthews, pay a furry, they can draw dogs really. Oh, I'm sure they can. But no, I'm good here. It's 1 minute to the ThermoWhoofle. Let's make sure that camera is queued up. All right, that'll be good. I actually got the temperature bar turned up. I'll have to get another drone video out there soon. Actually, I'll probably do one for the neighbor's yard. If you don't know, my neighbors had to add a 200 amp circuit breaker to their house just for the Christmas blowy uppy floaty things. Like, they have multiple 20-foot things. Like, they have, I think, a Santa Claus, a Brontosaurus. I don't think they have a Christmas skeleton, but they might. But they have a lot. So I usually do a drone thing on that. As once they're done, I'll do a thing and circle on everybody. What's up, Zach and Jay? How you doing? 404, yes, 200 amp. In addition to their existing 400 amp panel, they add a side panel just for Christmas. And he said, why does he do it? Grandkids. I get it. Dude really, like, his family, they fucking love their grandkids. Woo! So, and I'm telling you, if they make the floaty, he has the floaty. Like, he special orders them, whatever he can get. It is insane. He probably has, I'd say, 300 to 400 floaties. So, like, he may be running off, at this point, he may be tapping into his house panel to support all his floaty bits. All right. If you're new here, I do the same thing as Clive. Ceiling was actually recently resprayed with anti-flammable Oric stuff. And this is the Infrared P2 Pro camera. And here we go, Woofle. And now you get to see my acoustic tiles and Freddy the Facehugger. And that dot in the middle, that bright dot, is the mission control camera. Woofle. And we'll do one more. Let's see. There's really no specific spot to aim it. I'll just aim for the soot. There we go. All right. Ooh, you can kind of see the lines in the tiles. All right. Give that a second so you can watch it kind of cool down a little bit. Oh, yeah, I always do three. I try to do 3 woofles because I know the camera recalibrates itself often, especially when there's a gigantic change in temperature. So just in case we miss one, I always want to make sure that at least 2 good ones go through. Yeah, that warms, and it's like, let me see, it's probably barely even warm. Oh, just so you know, when I get into the camera, since I'm like lots of heat, sometimes it gets flickery and weird. Like that. Yeah, it's you can see where I touched it. Yeah, it's pretty much, it doesn't really feel anything over ambient. That is neat. You can see the tiles in there though. All right, well, I'm flipping it back. All right, so we need that in slow motion. I could probably try that. Maybe I'll toss out a woofle, a ThermoWhoofle short with see how slow motion I can get it without it being like, you know, playing Crisis on a P3. Did someone say Clive popped in? Oh, there he is. Have I tested the acoustic tiles for flammability? Yes. They barely smolder. They just kind of do that thing where you just shrivel up and get derp. And the heat blast up there, once it doesn't really seem to be affecting them. Like I would have expected like the tips to start to get a little hard, either hard or like curved in, but they're still right where I put them. And I keep comparing them to other ones just to make sure I'm not like losing it. But so far, it's so good. So, Groovejack, I don't like the heat come out in a very distracting rash. Yes, swamp ass is definitely a concern, especially in Maryland when it gets into the summer, because it's usually like 100 degrees, which is, what is that in Celsius? A lot. And in like Maryland, it's always 90 to 100% humidity when it's hot out. I wonder what a room with a thermal floor looks like. I imagine you would see either the plumbing if it's a water, or the heat pipe if it sorry, or the heat pipe if it's got electric on it. What's up, Jamesy boy? Welcome. I actually caught that. It's really rare that I actually get to see the pop-ups come up. I don't know why I don't see that. Where are we here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Not bad. 4 seconds behind. Raven Bars repairs. Good night for me, but Clive and Scruffdog both responded to my comments. Well, we try. So far, I'm pretty much able to respond to just pretty much every comment. At least click it. I guess we'll see how that goes. Let's see. We got a 6 o'clock toast coming up, and then we have the news of the day. Let's see. Is that okay? That's right. Thermal camera can vividly see hot water pipes under your floor. Yeah, I'm actually imagine it would. I haven't tried that with the. Actually, where's the kitchen come through? Actually, I could probably trace the kitchen ones from the water heater. I may have to do that. Blair says 100 degrees Fahrenheit is roughly 38 Fahrenheit. Okay. Yeah, I haven't learned the upper. Like, I've learned, shit, what is it? About 10 is about 50. 20 is like 68 degrees. 30 is 86 degrees. And then I haven't, learned 40 quite yet. I'm trying to learn them in like steps and scales. Vice Admiral Tiger, loved your hamburger helper video. Like, I had a thumbnail for that too. I didn't realize you couldn't really put thumbs on shorts unless you uploaded it from your phone or you did this weird workaround thing. But as soon as I saw Clive in the after chat on the Patreon stream, like, what is hamburger helper? I was like, oh no. And then I came up with that goofy ass video. It was fun. And it didn't take long to make, but it was a fun little thing. Quark is here. I guess we can now start the stream. Welcome. I did not know you were in Sweden. Isn't that where Ghost Rider was from? That dude down the bike from, God, how was that, 10, 15 years ago? I got it on YouTube that rode a motorcycle all over the place, pissing people off. Nerdy Mom, is that the International Space Station in the background? Careful. Fragile. Woo! Yes. I built that on stream, what was that, like a week and a half ago? 2 weeks ago? This Wednesday we're adding lights, LED lights to this, and to, let me use my foot, and over there on the Perseverance rover. And then we will be ordering a forklift, remote control forklift kit. That's 2,000 pieces. Easy. Oh. And it came with an extra space dude, or space person. So I stuck him on top of the shuttle, Kerbal Space Program style. Settle in, buddy. I'll be hanging the space station soonish. Sucks it's not going to be like on cam, but I can always move a cam over to see it as needed. You'd think with 5 different cameras I'd be able to find a spot for it, but none of them really point up except for the thermal cam. Redneck Atheist, that Jixer guy that always ran from the police, yes. Yup. There was like 4 of them, and then he finally got busted, I think. Did I see the SpaceX launch, asks Meme Jeff. I have no idea what you're talking about. Like, that is absolutely not why I got up this morning and sat there with my cats screaming, cartwheeling around the house, and losing my shit this morning. No idea what you're talking about. We'll actually get to that in about 10 minutes. 6:00, well, I say 6:05 is like the news stuff, but it's pretty much just because I'm always late on the toast anyway. So it's pretty much just a little after 6. We do interesting news stuff. Someone bloody random. 2,000 pieces. Is that before or after the people have been operating it? Oh, you know what? Sometimes that's even. Sometimes it's missing pieces before it even gets delivered to us. It is absolutely interesting how that goes. There are no. Let's see. No kitties. Well, let's check the cat cams. No kitties there. Box, water. You can see the 7 o'clock treats. Well, for us in about 1 hour and 5 minutes, we'll be giving them Gooshy food cat treats as we do. And when we do that, I will plug in the plasma ball right there, because I actually have it at my feet. Here, fuck, I'll just plug it in right now. So you can watch them eat and watch some plasma, and maybe I'll stick some treats behind it. And then when they have to reach around it to get the treats, they end up booping noses and, you know, getting plasma beans going on. But yeah, definitely, I moved that over a little bit more from last week just to give a little bit more of a view as well, you know, into the room like we used to be able to. So yeah, we'll be doing that, and we'll have the laser thing a little laser on as well. Ray shield activated. Now I got it on my screen here. I'll keep an eye out. What I typically do during the stream is I keep the cat camera up on the preview window. Here, I'll show you. So what I'll typically do is leave the cat camera up here. I have like a picture-in-picture view of it, so if they stop by, I can always flip it over. Whereas this is what you're seeing is in this window. This is OBS Studio, if you don't know. This is 29.13 because I locked the versioning, because I'm not going to upgrade to a fresh version until it's been out for a little while. And then down here is my stream control panel. That's you backup, and that's the stream feed and you again. This is one computer, and that's my gaming computer, and this is an Intel Nook on a VPN, so that way I get the viewer experience down on the bottom. And the Gaggle of Goofballs is the channel membership, where you get like early access to videos, a lot more forklifty, fixy stuff, you know, just doing our thing over there, hanging out. And for some reason, we have an awful lot of... Wow, we are almost to 800 subscribers. Holy shit. Nice, nice. All right, I'm going to flip it on back over. Baldy Cam. Yes, that is the... that is... I like no shit. On Saturdays, if I shower... Sometimes I shower before the stream, sometimes after. But if I shower before, I do not shave my head because I let that little bit of stubble out of there because it actually helps, you know, not destroy the camera with the glare off of my bald ass head. Franco is enjoying the forklift repairs. I've been recording a few. There's some pretty decent ones coming. Hey, Christian Harold's here. I didn't see you earlier. Shower during the stream. No, I'm not going to shower during the stream. At least not this one. I mean, you know, if at some point we got to open an only scruff account, then, you know, we'll see about it. Oil. I see oil. Are you talking about this? If so, then I've been oiling it. It's just at that weird length where no matter what you do, it's just, as I say, thermal shower during the live stream. Who knows? We'll see. I'll internally explore that option and we'll see how it works out. Oh yeah, in case since you can see it, this is what Woofle juice looks like with Dawn detergent and boric acid in it. I figured I'd get stupid and see what happens when you put flame resistant shit into the flame juice and it doesn't do a damn thing. I was also kind of hoping that the boric acid part would maybe burn a little green, because apparently if you can get it to burn, it will be a little green, but it doesn't do anything. Second to Jay, I'm too high for this nonsense. Then you're not high enough. Oh, at some point today, yeah, actually, I'll do it right. I'll do it after our toast. Well, actually, I guess I'll just do the toast. This is a Carta Focus 5. I have this loaded with my last little bit of wedding cheesecake shatter and a little bit of black tar hash. This is an electric dab rig. And it is 6 p.m. So let's give a toast to everyone that's still here. That's good. That's nice. I appreciate y'all hanging out. A toast to you for hanging out. Toast to Clive. Close to everybody. And you know what? Be cool to each other. Help each other. Try to learn something new every day. And if you can't learn something, try to teach someone, because either way, you're exercising your mind. That's how you stay sane. Let's get this thing going here. We go on green. Uh-oh, hold on. Okay, it's not clogged. That's good. That's really smooth for hash. Mm. It's got a little bit of that linalool taste to it too. All right, got that out of the way. It's a little smoother. I'm still gonna have a cough or two here, I'm sure, but that was kind of smoother than last week. Did I have that beard when I was a baby? No, but I had a much larger beard by the time I was in the 10th grade. That's why I'm called Scruff. Because in the 10th grade, if you had seen me in July when I had like all my beard, like I guess down to about here, that's about where it was when I was in the 10th grade, and I had hair down to my belt. So they started calling me Scruffy. And then from there it evolved into Scruff Dog, and yeah. What's up, Oinkmatic Gaming? Show a picture. I will find a picture, and I know I got a couple of horrible, horrible pictures floating around. Actually, I can think of the exact one I will try to find. I just need to edit it because the other person in it, whatever. Well, that's not like the Asus. It's an old, obviously a very old picture, but I can, maybe I'll use it. Oh, God. Maybe I'll use it as, do something crazy and use it as a thumbnail. Ugh. We'll see. But yeah, I'll find you some old picture from when I was like 25 years ago. And well, about 25 years ago, I wasn't as much of an asshole as I was 30 years ago. So you never pick your nickname. It's always given to you. Yes, Rifleman. That is absolutely true. All right, get my yearbook. Actually, I don't know if I have my yearbook still. Gyms, tear down and fix it. 5 pounds, which will be who knows what. What'll that be, like 6? Let's see, 614. I don't think it's popped up yet. We'll see what it says because it converts it. Just a little something towards the channel and a little thank you for the help with my channel. Yeah, check out Jim is a very new up-and-coming channel. He's going to be doing, you know, technical talks, technical Clive style, like some hands-on, some different things. I believe he's trying some things out. You should try his channel out. And if you're on PC, at least, you can just kind of right-click and go to channel. But that would be good. And I'll obviously be talking about him on the promo stream. So... excuse me. Hopefully the compressor works. Phew. Franco Walker. I've had a few nicknames over the years. Long-haired Scruff. Scruff at 608. 6 cents off. All right. And thank you again, Jim. I always appreciate that, and we appreciate that. Anything donated or any cash coming into the channel goes back into the channel for, like, video games and, like, stuff for us to do and vote on Lego sets. And when I get around to doing the t-shirt thing, pretty much all the t-shirt money is just going to be left in the t-shirt account, and I'm just going to buy t-shirts and stuff to give away. So all this is not for profit or whatever. I'm just doing it for fun and just doing it so that we can sustain the channel. So thank you. Scruff at 14. I probably have something about 14 when I was 14 years old. I wouldn't be surprised. But yes, so today, just a slightly important thing happened at 7:02 a.m. Central Standard Time. It was the Integrated Flight Test 2 of Starship 25 and Booster 9. Wow. Completely, talk about changing the fucking channel from the first one. It was like, I'm sitting there, I was watching it on NASA Spaceflight and on X, since they had the official feed, since they don't do YouTube anymore. And I was watching that thing go up, just like amazed how clean that fucking thing was going on launch. It was mind-blowing. It was amazingly beautiful to see 33 engines screaming their ass off, just going. Nothing blowing up, nothing falling off, just going. And going fast. Now, if you didn't see it, but you are familiar, they did have, well, both ships blew up. So it went up, it did the hot staging, which went, as far as we can tell, as far as I can tell from the video, I don't think there was any issues with the hot staging. I think the hot staging ring, I think that did its job great. I'm pretty sure it protected the top of the dome, because after, in those little cameras, when you saw it flipping, you didn't see anything leaking out of the top. So I'm pretty sure the hot stage ring did its job. And they said apparently on ignition, the automatic flight termination system set off on the booster, which I kind of don't really get, because if you're already up there and if something's going to happen to make the rocket blow up anyway, just fucking let it blow up over the ocean and just let it go. Like, let's see what happens if one of the engines blows up again, because when it happened on the first flight, You could just count. You could literally watch the engine. Poof. The one right next to it. Doof. Oh, that shit's. Doof. I mean, you could watch the engines burning out. I think. I mean, I'm sure it's some kind of a regulation or something, but I really would have liked to have seen what would have happened to watch a failure continue to happen on the booster if they would have disabled the automatic flight termination system. But I guess you got to do what you got to do. Starship 25 or S25, that went swimmingly. Fancy word. That went really well. Everything lit up. It was going. Everything was nominal. And then right at the point where it was supposed to be engine shutdown, apparently the auto flight termination system went off and it blew the ship up. Again, if you got this big hunk of junk up there anyway, just let it do its thing. If you know it's coming down anyway, I would have just let it do its thing because I don't know. Again, I know regulations, but at the very least, the flight termination system worked this time and it didn't just like put a little hole in it like last time. Yes, to pretty much most of the people, Zach and the J and various, I just saw that one, but yeah, Elon Musk, he's really good at putting the right people together, though his personal things are like, what the fuck? So he's good at putting the right people together, and like, I'm glad he could do that, but I don't know. I guess you got to deal with the good and the bad to achieve what you need. And like something also like that I realized today thinking about it, if you watch the first one or you watch this one today, like you are literally watching, this is, in my opinion, this will be this will be considered the birth, like the first step into interplanetary travel. I believe this will be considered like this vehicle. You know, it's going to be obviously a slightly different iteration of the Starship and all that. But like we are looking at like the literal birth of interplanetary travel right now. We may not see it. We might see it. Like we might get to Mars in 4 to 6 years. You know, it's a 2-year cycle. I think. I know the next cycle is 2024. So, but yeah, it's like a 2-year cycle. But like we're witnessing some really interesting shit. Jay Scruffins, no Kerbal. There was no Kerbling, just blowy uppy. Like when it's separated, the booster actually did to the flip. It did the proper flip maneuver. But it was then when it went to hit the brakes to, you know, fire off the engines to come back. That's when the flight termination systems went off. And they don't know what happened up top. I'm guessing maybe one day they shut the engines down. Maybe there was a leak somewhere and it blew something up and it sketched out the flight termination system. Again, it's a shame that, but either way, it's an amazing amount of data and it performed amazingly. I think everything was awesome. Congratulations to SpaceX. Congratulations to everyone that truly made that shit happen. Like, absolutely. Why don't we do a little puff here? So cheers to space exploration and everyone that helps get us just expand our horizons. Cheers to the engineers and cheers to the smart people that make this shit happen. Rifleman, yeah, last time it was terminated late. Like last time they hit the flight termination system and it was another minute before it just blew itself up. This time, it would have been nice if it would have gone a little bit longer. Let's see. Get that CatCam. There's nobody. Like, Lee's not even in there. That's weird. Toot, toot. Indeed, a jack attack. The main thing for me was all the Raptor engines stayed alight for the full burn of the first stage. Absolutely, Electron Box. That was awesome to see. And like there was a couple little sputters on one of the, like one or two of the engines had a couple sputters, but they just kept going and everything was still listed as, you know, nominal. So that was great. You could see the fire suppression system up there going off, keeping everything, you know, able to be controlled, because last time it was believe they said it was 1 minute and 12 seconds into the first flight. One of the hydraulic power units blew up, and they lost all control of the rocket. Like, the rocket was basically on its own. Like, they lost telemetry, most of the telemetry to the rocket. Groovejet, your coughing makes me want to roll a smoke up. One moment, please. All means, I do sometimes. I did on Wednesday when I was playing Forklift Simulator. It's good that I had a joint before that, because that was really frustrating. Within an hour of that game stream ending, 3 songs were monetized against me. Like, I got a note on my phone, I got this little notification. Notification, your video cannot be monetized. I'm like, I can't monetize it anyway. Okay. And then I look in, and it was 3 songs. 3 of the songs of VMRF. If you're watching at the end, I put up the thing of everyone that had the music. I figured it's a video game. What's the big deal? Hey, while we're at it, here's everyone that wrote the music. But no, they hit me. So they're all monetized against, like, you know, against me. I don't have monetization, so that's fine. But like, really? Like, it's so freaking frustrating, because now, like, playing Kerbal Space Program, they are proud of their music. They encourage people to leave the music on. That will probably be the only game I leave the music on, because they are proud of the music they have made. They want people to hear it. Like, so that will stay, but any other game, I'm not turning any music on. Like, it's ridiculous. It's not worth the hassle at this point, because I'm not going to share your shit if, like, I'm not trying to make money. Like, people don't show up to a video game stream to listen to your fucking song. They want to see the game. Cool, your song helps the game. That's great. You already got paid by the game people. Calm the fuck down. Stop looking so goddamn desperate. And some people say, oh, well, it's the record companies, it's them that holds it. Yeah, that's true. That's mostly who it is. But the artists can tell them not to do that. They can just put it in their contract. They can do what they need to do. They could be, no, not me. Let them play that, because it's free fucking advertising, douche nozzles. But if that's the game we're going to play, then when I play any of my game streams, there will be no music unless it's Kerbal Space Program 2, which that will be kicking in soon anyway, because they're getting ready to release the science update, so we'll actually have something to do besides plant a flag. Fucking hell, you know what I mean? God. Rob Worrell. The music is already bought and paid for, period. It's the copy, like, everyone is, I mean, like, I had a video game stream, what, I guess it was last year, maybe a year and a half ago, where I was playing Xbox 360. I was playing Crazy Taxi, and two punk artists, whatevers, and it wasn't even like Sony Music Entertainment. It was like 2 independent label punk artists copyright claimed me on a video game that was made in like 2002 or something, and they still dinged me with music out of a video game. Like, holy shit. Just me. Scufflog, is that, I'm fucking, yeah. Like, that shit pisses me off. Copyright stuff has gotten absolutely ridiculous. Like, whatever happened to thanks for the free advertising? You know? Like, I don't know. Anyway. God. Jack Attack. Reaction vids work how? Yeah, I don't know. That fuck biatch SS Sniper Wolf, like, YouTube basically just hangs from her titties. Like, she's doxing people. She's been convicted for all kinds, she's got a couple felony convictions or some shit. Like, she stole some chick's identity. Like, she is fucking psychotic. Like, but you know what? She makes YouTube millions, so they will never touch her. Ugh. That is ridiculous. Chipmunk stops for kitties. Well, of course you do. And I think part of the reason why the copyright stuff gets me, even though like it doesn't affect me monetarily at all. I think one of the reasons why it bugs me is when I was in middle and high school, whenever we had to do like projects or like long theory, like long write-ups, or when like pick a topic, tell me all about it. Like in social studies or civics or government, it's called different shit everywhere you go. But when you learn how government works and you learn how laws work and why they're are there and like constitutional shit, I always did essays and write-ups on First Amendment. Not in a fucking douchebag YouTube asshole Trumpy whatever, look at me, I can annoy you and go and like be legal about it. Not one of them idiots. But like how we have our freedom of speech and how it's regulated and this and the pros and cons. And I kind of did it, from all angles. And I think copyright, that's I think a lot of copyright is a violation of free speech. In a way. I don't know, in my head it works. You know what I mean? Rifleman, yeah, I'm blind. YouTube turns a blind eye to SS Sniper's bad behavior. Yes, they said they demonetized her for a moment. They probably skipped one or two of her videos because Christ, they'll probably somebody's bonus will take a hit if she's not making thems. Rename your channel to SS Scruff Dog. I can't even say my own goddamn name. Yeah, I'll be SS Scruff. Yeah, but then everyone's gonna think I'm like a fucking Nazi or something. That's the first time when I saw her name, I was like, is this a Nazi thing or something? But then I saw it was what, Super Sniper or whatever husband came up with. Does the money really reach the copyright holder in the end? As Electron Box, who knows? Like, I'm sure somebody gets. I guess I gotta charge this. I don't think anything just happened, did it? Oh, I guess that one's dead. All right. Yeah, who knows? I guess some of them will, like if they fight for it. Who knows? Super sexy Nazis. Yeah. 1 cent and $3 million, Mike. Yeah. Zach and Jay, I'm pretty big into freedom of speech, and copyright fucks up so many skateboarding videos because of copyrighted music. And a lot of those videos would have been awesome time if it wasn't for the archive. Yeah. I know, like, that was a big thing for a while, and I feel like that kind of kicked in a lot of copyrighted bullshit as well. When the skate videos got super popular around, like, the Jackass days and shit like that. Copyright holder is often a lawyer. Yeah, this is true. Let's see, it's 420 somewhere. So, why don't I just go ahead and give away some memberships just for kicks. No, I'm not joining. I don't think I need to join my own channel, but I mean, that would be weird. I'd like literally be throwing away 60 cents a month or something like that. All right, so random giveaway. Hold on to your asses. And now you can't pick who you do giveaway memberships to. It's kind of frustrating. Zoomp. Blankmatic is having blueberry kush. I just ran out of blueberry kush. Let's see, Joseph Story, welcome. Russie B. Nigel Gunn. James Randolph. Arthur Two Sheds Jackson, welcome to the gaggle of goofballs, everybody. Hope you enjoy looking around. Kanish Kavikram says, because if it made sense, it wouldn't be on YouTube. That's kind of a lot of that is true. Like, it doesn't make sense why I'm on YouTube, but I'm here for some reason. Yeah, you don't automatically become a member of your own channel, which is interesting, to say the least. Like, I think I would actually have to join my own channel to have an icon next to my name. It's weird. I don't know, but whatever. Oh yeah, and they got some nifty emojis. Now you get like emojis and chat stuff and videos and stuff like that. Zach and J, I broke a vape cartridge last night with a 1/4 of a gram left in it. I'm going to save the oil inside for dab. There you go. Yeah. That's what I do every once in a while. If the coil burns out early or it gets so super clogged you can't do shit with it, then I'll just like dip it onto this little guy right there. Oop. Oh yeah, I'm considering on Black Friday getting a one of them wire floaty mounts for the microphone just to help with the clangs. I mean, it's not horrible, but I wouldn't mind it being a little less clangy because I'm not trying to pop eardrums too much. You should get a crown next to your name like in Discord if you own a server. Something like that. I don't know. Says Rob. Steven Scala has pink, blue, blueberry kush, and amnesia in-house. I have amnesia flower in the living room. I have one of them big old, well not big old, but I guess it's 3 feet, 1 meter by about 1.5 feet, 50 centimeters. Probably 2 feet, 65 centimeters tall, and you open it up and it's all big inside like it's like a fucking leathery Skyrim chest, like ottoman thing, and I keep all my weed in there. It's a nice storage space. I keep a thing of snacks in there because, you know, that's what we do. I found that the square plastic jugs of peanut butter pretzels, you know, pretzels nugget with the peanut butters in them. The container fits just right into these little racky storage bins I got. So I keep that all stored in there, and my cat's like sniffing it. Although they generally don't like, see, Tiny Mama and Spaz don't mind pot smoke, but Ronnie and Lee do not like it, and they tend to run away, so I try to not to do too much when they are around. Frost Giant says the audio equalization is fine. That's good. That means that OBS's filters are working. Because the mixer thing I got, it's not a bad. I don't know if it has you know, a limiter in it built into it or not, but OBS does now. So that polishes off my audio. So I can't always tell because I hear what's coming out of my mixer, but you hear what's coming out of my mixer, then going through OBS filters and then out to you. Because I tried using OBS, I tried using its monitor to listen, and it's just delayed enough that it gives me a headache in like 5 seconds. So I'd rather hear my voice kind of raw, but knowing that it's going out a little more polished. So if I'm concerned that I'm popping your eardrums, it's just because I don't necessarily hear the final product until I watch it, you know, a couple days. Hey, Chipmunk. Tell Miss J I said, what's up? Yes, Frost Giant. Raw dog. Yeah, as far as Clive's sound goes, like that is absolutely a YouTube thing. If some of you hear the pops and some of you don't, and like when I'm watching, I'll hear the pops and then I won't. And then other people start hearing the pops and I won't hear them for minutes at a time. And then it'll start popping for me and everyone else thinks it sounds good. And then did it again. For me, and everyone else thinks it sounds good. Does anybody know why my Samsung Android phone will randomly start playing my stream when like YouTube will be closed. It has done this, I think, the last 2 or 3 streams. It is weird. I don't, what the fuck was I saying? Because now I want to play it back so I can remember the hell I was saying. YouTube thing, punched, goddamn. Yeah, it's definitely, it's got to be spying on me, but it's weird. It's done that in almost every, oh, the microphone, about the microphone, that microphone, that, something about the microphone, okay. Oh, Clive microphone. Whew. Yeah, that's a YouTube thing. Like, I'll send comments versus what I was hearing. They were going back and forth. Sometimes they matched, sometimes they didn't. So that is an entirely a YouTube thing, which you could tell because every time you change the mic, it still popped. So, and since it was some of us did and some of us didn't, that means his phone is processing it fine. So even if you put the Rode mic on tonight, it still would have popped. So that is entirely a regional YouTube thing, and that's just how that derptastic shit goes. I use an app called Popping Clip to encourage debates. Nice, there you go. Get a little bit of controversy going on. When there's not enough chatter, you just kind of turn that up. Mega Clive lurk. Ah, you know, he does what a lot of us do. Turn it on in the background, go about your day. Like I have actually done that at work. I have turned, like, some days I don't necessarily feel like listening to music, and I'll turn South Main Auto on or like a Clive stream and just turn the monitor off so people don't think I'm watching YouTube when I'm supposed to be working. But you get that sound, you get that shop sound, especially when you're in there at fucking 4:30 in the morning. And doing all this shit I've been doing for the past couple weeks, you just need some kind of noise, and that's the way to do it. Oh yeah, I might as well just keep this tea down there. This is blueberry. Yeah, that's blueberry tea. Yeah. Oh, it is almost ThermoWhoofle time. Might need the Android menu to clean the cache. Yeah, who knows? That is funny, and it's always about an hour after the stream starts. Like, I may go back to last week's and see if it was, you know, right around 6. What was that, about 6:25, 6:27? Weird. Ooh. Your Christmas tree computer looks radium enriched. I wonder if I have to clean the lens. It's a little blurry. But it's also competing with all the other lights too. Alright. Let's rock some ThermoWhoofles and see what's up. Oh yeah, and then we have the device spotlight thing here. Alright, come on. There you go. Hey, Woofle. Really glad I got the pointy acoustic tiles. TJ gifted 5 memberships. Thank you very much, TJ. Always appreciated. And a Woofle. Oof, that was a pretty good one. So who do we get here? Electron Box. What's up? Welcome. Phil Greenland. Dutch Taurus. Pat O'Mahony and Graham Smith. Welcome to the Gaggle of Goofballs. Please thank TJ if you are paying attention. And thank you. All right, let's do one more. You know, let's do 2 more. In celebration of the gift And last one. Ooh. Wrong way. Over here. Alright. Scooting on up, scooting on up. Welcome, Goofballs. It's gonna be a long ass list here. I mean, it already is. Good lord. I'm gonna have to turn scroll speed up to warp. Phew. What's that warm spot at? Not much. 25 degrees. Wow. Just when it refreshed. Jump scare! That was perfect. I did not know I was going to recalibrate right when I reached up there. That is awesome. All right. Happy to do it, says TJ. Well, cheers, TJ. Thanks for the gift. And thanks to everyone as well that has gifted in the past, in case I have missed a cheers to you as well. Jay Scruffins says, it is people who are willing to be curious about settled matters that expand our knowledge. Absolutely. Flaming cones, well, the problem with flaming cones, Christian Herald, is that the flaming cones would be at fuzz butt level, and fuzz and fire do not mix well at all. So we're kind of going to not do that, maybe. Perhaps. Oh, there's no cats out there. It's weird, like all through the day, if I'm sitting here, like, you know, doing video stuff, playing a game, BSing on Discord, like there's usually a cat within sight through the glass here. I have a glass wall. One of my walls is glass. This whole wall is an upcycled critter tank. It was used to be the tank for my 9-foot boa constrictor, and I just took it and repurposed the frame and the walls and the glass on the bottom and the plexiglass and built a wall with it. But anyway, they're usually sitting right there, like watching me, hanging out, but now they're gone. They scatter. And usually the more I talk, the more they want to come hang out, but stream time, they always disappear until they hear the plates move. They know what the plates mean. Raven Looney says, the back finally broke off of my chair. It's a stool now. Yes, it is. That's a comfortable, like, probably something that is going to be the most comfortable stool ever made, because any stool I have ever sat on sucks. Yeah. Poor Freddy is always cold, says the redneck atheist. Yeah, he's literally chilling up there with takes a little while for this room for the temperature to balance out when I got all this computer shit turned on. It usually takes about an hour or so. So I've started turning everything on at like 2 o'clock, so like 3 hours before the stream. And I also figure 3 hours is just enough time for Windows to finish doing its fucking updates and bullshit. So then after it's 3 hours of shit, and then, it's like an hour and a half of updates, an hour of Windows Defender scanning, and then in like a half hour of that anti-malware scanner thing that always takes 100 goddamn %. Like Clive has said in the past, when you turn your computer on, you want to use it, not wait for it to update. Take a tip from Linux, where you can schedule and pick exactly when you want that shit to happen. And by default, most Linux distributions don't check till 10 to 15 minutes after login. That way you can get to where you need to go, and then it can just kind of take care of its own fucking thing. The boric acid green hint is masked by the yellow of the butane. Yeah, Says Mr. Big Clive. Yeah, it's kind of thinking that that is what was going on. Redneck Gaither says that's why I never shut down Windows computers. Yeah, I used to. For a long time I didn't shut them down. I'll just leave them running. But then once I got responsible for the electric bill, I started shutting them down a little more often, especially some of the ridiculous rigs I've made in the past. They just suck on that power. Sucker! Like this is probably, what, 300 watts? I think that's usually about where it's at during the stream with all this shit running. Which, not too bad, actually. 303 watts going through the Cyber Power UPS. Not a sponsor. Just got a good price on it. Figure any UPS you get, especially the APCs, like if they blow up, they're usually pretty predictable how they blow up, so they're usually pretty easy to fix. My TV actually heats up my bedroom, says GrooveJet. My, what year is that? 2002 Sony, or 2002 Sharp Aquos 52-inch 1080p TV is definitely a warm roomer. Like it is, it's just regular, LCD, flat screen, whatever TV, but it gets very warm. It, like there are times in the summer where it's just not worth, even with the air conditioning on, it starts fighting it too much. You're like, you know what, it's just not worth it. Like I'll replace it one of these days, but it still works 21 years later, so I'm pretty impressed. But yeah, that was back when, TVs were actually, the high-end TVs were actually high-end TVs. They weren't just, given a prettier sticker and sold for twice as much. Zap Sparky at a pub. I was at the DJ's laptop and went into update mode halfway through his show. Oh, Zap Sparky, that is. Oh, yeah. If you're doing anything Windows and like that, you need to just disable Windows updates. Like on this computer, they are disabled. I go through, and since I'm on here at least every couple days, I'll just have it checked manually when I go on, because I can't imagine what would happen. Because every once in a while they throw out that shit where it's like, yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and restart. No, I'm kind of in the middle. Yeah, we're gonna restart, and then they just bulldoze right through you. Yeah, it's oh god, that's terrible. Second J says we need a propane powered woofler. Call it Hank for his propane and propane accessories. You never know, Zach and J. You never know. Never know. Jero, I guess, is that, or is that Hero? Jero? Just replace an Aquos TV for 4K one. Yeah, I figure, I don't know, eventually I'm going to get another TV. I have a Sony Bravia 4K that I bought in 2014. No, I bought it in 2015. It was the 2014 model that I bought in 2015, because, like, whatever, at that time 4K was just like, wow. And then I got that 1080, and both of them have taken a beating, so I'm not sure which one I'm going to get when I upgrade, but I'm kind of leaning towards Sony, because I feel like they're going to be a little more consistent in quality. But I'm going to look in the Sony, or in the Sharp, to see if they're still at that level, because it seems in the past few years there's lots of companies that haven't kept up their quality control, or let's just say it in a non-business way, their give a shit has fallen off. Just trying to be as subtle as I can about it. But hopefully Sharp isn't one of them. Plasma. Oh, plasma? No plasma. I've never ever wanted to own a plasma TV, says GrooveJet. Or yeah. No. Mean Jeff, my Windows update was messing with the BIOS. Holy crap. Like, that's bad. Jaro says, does Sharp still make TVs? I don't know. I would assume so. I mean, at this point, you just go to the Best Buy, which in the States, that's like the gigantic electronics store, like appliancey stuff. You get, you know, your refrigerator, your fucking washer and dryer, your TVs, well, you used to be able to get DVDs if you kids know what those things are. Yeah, your video games, televisions, DVD players, Blu-ray players. They have I guess some of them, as far as I know, still have the Magnolia section, which is like, you know, a fucking TV's like $9,000, and it's, you know, that receiver over there. Oh, it's blah 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 and this and that and like blah blah blah, and it's $3,000 for 5 speakers. Like, what the fuck? That's a little much. Like, I like my audio, but good God, that and the fact I'm 46 years old, feeling 64. So at this point, my hearing, I know it doesn't matter how good it sounds. I'm not going to be able to tell the difference after a certain point. So we can bring that price point down just a little bit, So Zach and a J is a VHS guy still. I've recently found my VHS tapes with a VCR. I think it's actually a Sony VCR. And I'm kind of looking at them like, for now I'm going to keep them, but it's one of them things. It's near the bottom of the list of essentials because I know I'll probably never play them again. But maybe one day I'll just get really, really, really high and want to watch something in really bad resolution and fuzziness. Blah. Electron Box is also 46. Perhaps Christian Herald? Zero. Yeah, apparently a lot of my followers are within 5 years of me one way or the other, which kind of makes sense. Us Gen Xers kind of tend to stick together-ish. And just, you know, I mean, at this point we're going to be, you know, we're this close to, you know, telling you to get off our lawn. Actually, I've kind of already been there for a little while, but that's just because I don't like humans. I mean, you guys are cool, but like, people. Scruff Dog, volume becomes more important than quality when you have tinnitus. Yes, and I am starting to get tinnitus just every once in a while. I get, yeah. The A-Team and Knight Rider age, says Steve Adlers. Yes, indeed. We were, a bunch of us were just watching, what was that, A-Team and Airwolf, like last week. Hans Spawns, Gen X for life. Yes, well, we can't quite change generations, but yes, indeed. We, God, when I was in high school, they hated us. Our principal, like, no shit, Mr. Kenmore, just like the appliance, on our graduating ceremony, he hated us so much, he straight up told us, no fucking joke, find someone else that went to school if they remember. He told us that we were the worst class to ever go through his school. The amount of cheering, applause, you would think we had all each won $1 million for life. We were, and I still am, so proud to have been part of that. To have been one of the guys that walked around smoking a joint, tucked up in his jacket sleeve and cutting through the stairwells. I'm glad to be the guy that smoked cigarettes in the bathrooms and pissed everybody off. I'm glad to have contributed to the Gen X that just pissed everybody off. Because now everyone's pissing me off, so I mean, it's, you know, it's an ebb and flow anyway. Redneck Atheist, Airwolf. Yes, indeed, Airwolf. It's fun to watch when you go back and you watch, like, a bunch of us got together and we were trying to kick some really old school shit. So I went to Reading Rainbow, like really old school, like kid stuff. And we played Reading Rainbow and we're watching it like, what the fuck? This was fun. And granted, it was first season, so I'm sure it got better. And like, I may try again at like a new shit, like season 26 or 27, I think is when it ended. If you ever saw that. School was prison, says Clive. Yes. Yeah, sort of. High school wasn't bad for me, but that's because I took electrical engineering for 3 years. And I was drunk most of my senior year. But I still got stuff done. I just, you know, wasn't allowed to use the drill press when I was drawing out holes in my circuit boards if my teacher saw that I was drunk. But once I got to high school, I wasn't picked on and bullied so much for being a nerd. Of course, I was also 6'2" by that point. I guess that kind of helped. I didn't mind school too much. I mean, I didn't go a whole lot during the senior year, just enough to make sure I graduated. And even if I didn't go to school, I would almost always show up for electrical engineering because that was the last half of the day. So there were many a times where I would walk in and Mr. Grunwald, my teacher, he would look up and go, "Says you're not here today." I'm like, "That's what it says, but look at me." He just look at me and go, "Well, I appreciate that. I want, no problem, dude. Love being here," because I fucking enjoyed being there. I would skip school but go to electronics engineering. Not even check in late, just walk into the class. Like, not even supposed to be on school property, but I'm sitting there in electronics engineering because it was just fun. Try a private school, 6 days a week, Sunday detentions. Well, that says Electron Box. Ew. That's horrible. I've known some people that have gone to like Catholic schools and religious schools and stuff like that, and I don't know. I'm not a religious guy anyway. Like, I'm Buddhist, but that's more of a philosophy than a religion. That's basically, man, just try to be nice to people. And that's why I say be groovy to each other, because that's all you need to do, man. Just be groovy to each other. There's no point in, yeah, obviously there's the exceptions, like if you kids touchers and stuff like that, like they can fucking burn in hell, or they can come stay in my basement and I'll show them what their insides look like. But anyway, generally speaking, yeah, you want to be groovy to each other. We're all here. Let's just do our thing. Second at Jay says, religious schools scare me. Yeah. That, I don't know if they've gotten any better or worse. Second at Jay also said, a proud dropout only would show up for photography. The school loved me, and it was the last part of the day. Yeah, you know what's up. Like, the trades were always the fun thing. That's when you knew, like, you were destined to do that kind of thing, because I could give a shit about the academics. I knew how to speak English. Like, I didn't take math my senior year because I didn't feel like taking calculus 2. I took guitar instead. Don't use calculus for anything anyway. Groovejet, are you in the gang that has watched every episode of Game of Throbbing Thrones? While I have the entire series on my MB server, I have not watched a single episode of it. Kinda don't have any interest. I heard it's mostly just tits, dicks, and dragons, and people yelling at each other or something like that. You know, I used to be into that genre of stuff, but that's because I also used to be a dungeon master, so that kinda would go with it. But I never really got interested in Game of Thrones. But I have it just in case, you know. Maybe one day I'll get bored. Scruff DM series. Yeah, I'm not DMing anymore. Good God. I mean, granted, I could just print whatever side dies I need, but yeah, God, I didn't get rid of all my D&D stuff until I was like almost 30 years old. And it wasn't even like I wanted to get rid of it. I just lost it in a move. So that kind of sucked. But Oh, and what really sucked is that it was all second gen, which is, or series 2 or whatever. What the hell was it? Second gen? Second edition. Sorry, it was all second edition. I had the complete set of second edition manuals and books and guides, and apparently that was like, if I'm remembering right, that was like considered the bomb diggy fucking edition to have for a while. Rujit says, I gave my dad a dongle with Games of Thrones on it. I regretted it straight away. Cringe, too much sexy time in it. Yeah, I've heard that a lot. And that just says the books are way better. It always is. You know, that is. That's why, like, I enjoy Stephen King movies, but I've read most of his books, so they're always better. Michael Crichton, they've done a lot of his movies. Books are always way better. Are there any other types of dungeon activities in my life, asks Christian Harold, or do we have to pay for the OF site? I mean, there's a fucking eye bolt threaded into one of my rafters downstairs for a reason. And wouldn't you like to know what that reason is? Electron Box thinks they have read 6 books, you know? Books just ain't for everybody. I know lots of, like, you know, a fair amount of, like, intelligent people. They're just like, books, whatever. They learned everything hands-on or through chat and hanging out, and, like, yeah, sometimes it's for you, sometimes it's not. Ramshaw says Game of Thrones was good until the last season, then it was shite. I've heard that a lot of people were complaining about the last season, like they tried to wrap it up quick or something. I guess everyone was getting too old or dying, or as far as I know, they weren't running out of money. Like, wasn't that one of the most lucrative things for HBO? Frost Giant has roughly 5,000 books. That's a lot of fucking books. That's cool. That's nice. I have, a couple hundred. Lots of novels like Stephen King. Oh my God, Tom Clancy, Matt Riley, like a lot of military stuff. But I got a lot of books from one of the dudes I work with. If you've been around for a while, you may remember Steve, the guy that was our inside man on getting us timing for the power plant demolition, like last year or whenever that was. Or yeah, last year. Steve gave me a bunch of novels that I've been trying to get through to try and read. A lot of Tom Clancy esque spy military based stuff, and that's the kind of stuff I like. I read tons of Stephen King when I was growing up. Some, of course, Richard Bachman. That's Stephen King's pseudonym. What was the other? What was his big competitor, like in horrorish novel stuff around the same time, like in the late 90s? I forget the guys. See if anyone here knows. Like Stephen King's other horror, Dean Koontz. Thank you, Zach and Jay. Yeah, I've read a lot of Dean Koontz. I really like his style of writing. Like Stephen King, like I kind of grew up with Stephen King. I started reading him when I was 7 or 8. So I kind of was very used to his writing style. Like I started to dabble in a little bit of writing when I was younger, and I feel like I probably followed his style. But when I started reading Dean Koontz, I just really liked it. It's I don't know how the fuck I would describe it. It almost felt crisper to me than Stephen King, like more concise in ways. I don't know. But Dean Koontz, thank you. Yeah, it's definitely he's an excellent author as well. Apparently, a woman on Game of Thrones was from Northeast UK near me. She was a Lady of the Night and also did similar in Game of Thrones. Oh, gotcha. Wasn't a stretch to play that role then. The author of Game of Thrones never finished writing the series, so they had to make up their own ending. That's right. Thank you, Franco. I do remember hearing that. D Wood says, gotta mount that love swing somehow. Yes, you do. Brianna Stander. Heyo.
Heyo.
Oh, where's the center? There it is.
Don't want to be talking like this all day.
Fun with knobs. Or nipples, you know, depending on how close you are. James Herbert asks Jims, that sounds familiar? Like, I wonder if he is in with some of Steve's books. Because Steve gave me like 30 bucks. And I know I haven't, like, I've gone, like, quickly browsed through them, but, like, that sounds familiar. Perhaps. Rob Worrell, can you do a ransom message and a low warning and a low voice, please? Why do I feel like if I do that, it will actually get used somewhere? Because, like,
I got robbed. Alright. If you do the lowest one, it's just a little too low. So I bring it up one click. One click only, please. If an attack is imminent, please grab your balls and say goodbye.
alright. Oh god, if I had that voice machine jobby, I'd be even more stupid than I already am, says Groove Tech. Yeah, I will sit here some days, like if I'm doing mixing or editing or whatever, just kind of chilling.
Like, I will, if I gotta have my headphones on, I will, if I get bored, I will just turn the voice bender up, and then I naturally talk to myself anyway. So then I get to hear myself talking like this. And then, like, if I'm playing a video, sometimes I'll play it through the speakers, and then into the microphone, through the pitch bender, and it really sounds fucked up. But yeah, I will actually sit here like this sometimes just because it's fucking funny. I don't know. Just kind of a thing.
Chipmunk says, one click, you mean that's an effect, not the pot? No.
I don't have enough helium. And I don't know that I'd be able to breathe enough helium to talk like this. Especially in the beginning when I'm singing my derp ass song.
Wait, you sound like me, Scruff. Check your air quality. So if I'm already grabbing balls that men attack, does that mean that that an attack is occurring? Good Lord, Christian. I'll try that again later. Maybe. No wonder the cats are hiding, says Lori. I'm sure if they could actually hear this, they would be uncomfortable. I can't imagine, especially the high-pitched one. That would probably bug their ears. Oh, let's see. It is 7 p.m. So we are about to do... I'm going to have to go find the laser. See if I can get the cats in here. And I also have this laser toy thing that does stuff. So we'll see if we can get the cats to derp around. But, let's see. Which one of these vapes is not dead? Is that this one? So 7 p.m. At 7 p.m. we do a toast to all you, to everyone, and we do a toast to the Gaggle of Goofballs. Appreciate everyone hanging out on the channel and joining up and helping the channel out. And I also appreciate everyone that hangs out and subscribes and just hangs out in general. It's always good to just find a place where you can chill, be cool, you ain't gotta worry about nothing. And just relax. So cheers to everyone and to Kevin in Ukraine, just to make sure Christian Harold's, you know, he's good. So cheers. Thanks for hanging out. And that was the one that was charged. All right. I'm running out of micro USB plugs. I really think the only thing I actually use them for is charging this stuff and the vapes. Everything else is type C. Like I'm even changing like all my rechargeable, like the skull's getting ready to be changed over to USB-C. So I got a whole bunch of USB plugs, USB-C plugs for it. Hey, I never did talk about the device at 6:30. Yeah, we'll get to that after the cats. Because there's that kind of ties into another update thing for those. Wow, there's still a bunch of people here. All right. Chippy has gifted 1 membership. Thank you. And D Wood, there you go. Welcome to the gaggle of Goofballs. The device spotlight must one day be like a severed limb. You know, don't know that a limb is much of a device unless it's like a robotic limb. Acolyte. Is that kind of what that? Echo 747 like greetings, Scruff Dog. Sorry to be late. Just come off duty and arrived home. Welcome. You are just in time to see cat stuff happen. Let's see. What let me flip over to this view first. Yeah, that'll be the good view for the lasering. Yeah, you can kind of see the plasma ball tucked in under the cat hammock. All right. Well, I'm going to be out there, so I don't even need my dumbass visible, because I'm going to just go out there anyway. Oh, wait, not that one. That would fuck everything up. What is this one? CatCam. That is that one. Okay. I have too many cat camera things set up. Droid that one off. Zinc. All right. Oh, yeah, and we got to turn up the new microphone that is not so noisy. I did listen back on the microphone. I kind of like the microphone that's up top for if I know I'm going to be talking. Like this one is fine. No, it's really not. I gotta replace that the microphone, that particular microphone, because it's only that floor mic that is noisy. All the rest of them are fine. But fuck. Let's go ahead and we'll switch microphones, and then I'll meet you out there. Oh, wait. Okay. There's echo. Okay. Echo. No echo. Hold on, let me take a more puff. Let me go find the laser pointer. Pretty sure that is charging in the living room. Alright, let's see here. See if this will wreck the room. Ugh. Like a sound coming through okay? I can kind of read the screen. Yeah, I can actually read that. There it is. Ah, leave the plasma ball alone, asshole. Robo laser's a dick. No, Mama. I love when Mama does that. Yeah, that's not a cat. Sometimes they have laser days, and sometimes they. No, probably didn't do it. Come on. Too many lasers for Rodney. I think that thing was like $15 or something. You don't go after your mama. She'll kick your ass. Anything? See if we get one more out of mama. Y'all just looking for food. Mama, you interested? Alright, we good? Think about it? Not really sure. Ronnie's thinking. So Ronnie, you gotta bait up like a drive-by. Laser! Mama, how about you? Mama just yawned. We good? Whoa. There you go, poofers. Get it, girl. Coming in the clutch. Huh? You get dizzy already? Huh? Yeah. Mama just staring at me. How you doing? Who's there? Mama? Mama's just staring at me. Ron? We good? Every time I say that, she decides she wants to try and kill it. Kind of. Come on. Mama? How you doing? Roofers? Lasers everywhere. Alright. Let's go ahead and dish it out. I think Mama and Ronnie are pretty good. Boop, boop. Now let me come in there, I'll switch cameras to the food view. We'll use the split view. I know it's kind of probably harder to hear me. CatCam XL view. Actually, no, we'll just go to the big. I'll just go to that one. Kitty's got me distracted, says Randy 1979. Need 2 lasers. Let's see. Look out, key butts. Alright. I spread these out like that. That way Spaz can have hers over there. I can put one there. Do that. I think that'll be a pretty good spread for everybody. Whoa, back up. We'll get this all worked out together. Cute cats. Alright, Mama. Somebody. Run. Spazzy Wazzy. Flavor number 2. Today we have grilled salmon and seafood feast. It's very moist sounding down here right now. I'll be right back. I think I'll go pee too. Alright, I shall return in a second. Damn, Lee. God. Like, I do feed you guys. Like, don't make me look bad. Damn. What we got here? Mouse is leaving, or has left, or something. Alright. Echo. Alright. What's up? kitties going num num. Yeah, and they don't seem to mind the skeleton kitty that I found at the grocery store. Like, my biggest concern was Ronnie would, like, pee on it or something, but he doesn't care, so that works. Good night, as I said, Mr. Mouse. Hope the cat view was working while I was out there. It seemed like it was alright. Stay away from her. Jack attack. Away for a single fish. Fish, a fish, a fish, a fish. Did you run the cucumber test on the cats? I have not. I have heard that in rare occasions that can cause possible seizures, and since so you got Ronnie on the left, he's the ginger boy. Poofers is in the middle, that's his sister, and Tiny Mama is behind the plasma globe. Those three are related. And Ronnie and Lee's brother Jeff is prone to seizures. So we try to avoid big scares. I believe it was Franco that told me about that. But yeah, we're gonna well, I mean, I could show them a cucumber. I could go buy one, but I don't want to do the jump scare thing with it. Just because their brother he's on a lot of seizure medication. Why do cucumbers spook cats? Apparently because they think it might be a snake or like a predator of some sort. Yeah, it was Franco. Yeah, thank you. Steve Adlers, it's getting late here. Good night and joy be with you all. To you as well. Have a groovy evening. Do the plate patterns change? No, those are the same 4 plates, Christian. They are just 4 different plate patterns. I figured since they were all similar enough, I just grabbed 4 different ones just to do it. Do they mind your sneaky? No, they don't seem to mind Orihime. Orihime used to be out where, like, if I go to the cat corridor cam, like at some point I go back to that where the trash cans are. Well, it's one's a recycling and one's the can that all the cat food's in. But Orihime used to be out there, but they would always jump up on her lid and like sleep or hang out and chill, and I didn't want the screen to fall in, especially like if Spaz's big butt jumped up there. So that's why she is behind me, so she is now protected and doesn't have to worry about like literal jump scares. But they never messed with her. Like, they'd come out and they'd like, boop the snoots, and like they would never bat at them or anything. They just were always very curious. And actually, I used to have a lavender corn snake, she was literally like almost the spark blue. She was closer to the purple ends, a little closer to the purple ends on the plasma globe there. She and my late kitty Zoe were like best friends. Her tank was in the living room on the grounds. Like, it was actually on the same stand, but it was on the bottom tank on the floor, and then I had a fish tank up here. And at 9 p.m. the lights would turn on, because it would be like dark during the day, because like just not much light got in there. So I left that dark, and then I knew I'd be in there at night, so I'd have the lights turn on at night. So she'd sleep during the day and be awake at night. Well, at 9 p.m., usually about 8:59, Zoe would come running up to the tank and sit and wait. And as soon as the light would turn out, my lavender corn, she would come out, and they would both go up to the glass and like boop, and then they'd go up to the screen and they'd like sniff at each other, and they'd hang out for a couple minutes. Like, if the snake started sniffing around, like Zoe would kind of follow her around, sniffing around. It was like they were buddies, and it was like that every night. It was pretty cool. So I would say in a controlled environment, they don't seem to mind or be affected, but in a jump scare environment, who knows? Rifleman says the absolute worst is to tease a golden retriever. They are so very literal, so trusting, so completely innocent that they can be mentally damaged by teasing. Yeah, I've heard they're pretty, Wow, are they all your cat scruffs? Says Minky Mewtwo. Yes, those are all my kitty cats. I have 4 cats. Spaz, who was in the background. Tiny Mama is eating behind the plasma globe. Her daughter, Lee, who also called Poofy Girl or just Poofers. She's the loot tortie on the left. And her brother, Ronnie, or Megatron, is the ginger dude sitting behind them. And Spaz has left. She's just a dark tortie, but she is not part of the family. Like, she is a cat I had before, and they kind of gang up on her every once in a while, so she tends not to, like, hang out and shit. Although her and Jeff got along pretty good, but I think that's because they were both rotund for a little while. Like, I called them Big Crew XL whenever I'd see them hanging out together. My cat is watching your cats, says Brianna Stander. Yes, indeed. Another chubber ginger. And Lee just always goes for food. Like, she is generally pretty, like, genuinely pretty, like, poofy. But she's kind of getting poofy as well lately. I'm just kind of chalking it up to, we'll just say winter's coming, so she's fluffening up. But I may have to watch her food intake, because she is also the one that runs around after treat time and tries to take a lot of other people's treats. They tend not to mess with Tiny Mama too much, because Tiny Mama's other nickname is Tiny Tank. She learned a lot when she was living on the streets. Like, she will kick some ass when she needs to. Raven Looney says you need at least 16 to qualify as a crazy cat lady. I had 7 when their brother and sisters were here. Their brothers and sister were here. There was 7 here at once. Do cats care about the TV refresh rate? I doubt it. I doubt it. Lee is determined to get whatever Mama leaves, says Lori. Absolutely. Yeah, Lee is. She is hungry. Sorry, I'm watching him so that we're both. Well, actually, I guess, yeah, I can stare at this direction. That way I'm looking more at you. Although that's the live. That's only a few seconds behind. But yeah, Lee will sit and wait and wait and wait. I don't know what Ronnie's doing. Oh no, he's still going at his plate. Or he's eating Spaz's. But that's fine. Spaz gets the same amount of treats as everybody else, but they tend to push her away when she's about halfway through. But that's kinda okay, because if she doesn't have a lot of treats, she'll eat them slower, and then she'll lose half of those. You know what I mean? So I give her the same amount of treats as everybody else, but she's usually shooed away halfway through, which is good, because if she would eat all of them, she would actually puke. She has somewhat of a sensitive stomach. My carpet shows that in various places. Redneck Atheist says, squishy fluff. Yes, there's some fluff and there is some squish. Blair Skelton says, as a collector of Transformers figures, I'll need an explanation why Megatron is the ginger one. Because Megatron is named after Megatron on Family Guy, which is Meg. If you follow Meg, shut up, Meg. If you follow Meg on Family Guy in I think it's in the movie, the Family Guy movie, or like either way, they took the movie and just broke it up into 3 episodes. So in a later episode, she goes and she converts over to Ron. She goes trans, and she is then Ron. So she went from Meg to Ron. So she went from one end of the name to the other end in the show. So we named the cats before they were born, and we just knew the third one would be Megatron, that I named after Meg. And it kind of worked out anyway, because when they were born, we thought they were all girls. So he was actually called Meg. And then not too long later, there was a pair of fuzzy nuts. And then I realized he would now be called Ronnie. So it kind of worked out in almost the exact same fashion. Well, you know, sort of in the same fashion as Meg on Family Guy. Back and forth. So that's why he is named Megatron. Different Megatron. But then Meg on Family Guy is named after the Transformers Megatron. Graham Shaw is off to bed. Got to get up in 5.5 hours. Have a good evening and be a groovy. Fuzzy Nuts who? Larry, the Russian blue that was that moved out. That was her brother. He was the first one that was figured out that was not a girl, because he came up to me one day and he was just purring, and he turned right around right there and like put his ass right here, and I went, wow, look at them fuzzy gray balls. Okay, so Larry is actually a girl, or actually a boy. Sorry, Larry isn't a girl. Larry's actually a boy, which that worked because Larry was a girl named Larry, which, you know, that's fine. Like I said, they were all named before they were born, except for Jeff. Jeff was a surprise. Jeff was actually born like an hour after everybody else. Like, we tucked Mama and her 4 kittens into her little, like, nest box. Oh, look, she's leaning against the plasma. We have Plasma-Lee. But we tucked everybody into Tiny Mama's nesting box, like her and her 4 kittens, and then I checked on them about an hour later, and there was Jeff. I was like, there's another one? So we gathered a name for him, and he was Jeffrey. Explanation accepted. Well, thank you, Blair. Appreciate that. Mr. A Cake does not watch Family Guy. It is not for everyone. It is definitely not. DJ Bones is off to work. See you later as well. Enjoy. I hope you enjoy your job. I kind of do, for the most part. Oh, it's almost 7:30. That is our final official VertoThermoWhoofle. After 7:30, we just wing it, and then we see how it goes. It is 7:30. Shall we light something on fire? Since we're kind of down to Lee poofing herself up as much as she can. At least we got to see plasma poofers. I don't know if you saw that she was cheeking it up on there. Ronnie got plasma beans last week on the plasma ball. That was cool. Zach and Jay, I'm not a huge on Family Guy. I did prefer the first 3 seasons, to be honest. Yeah, once they figured out they could get away with anything, it really got interesting, I guess we'll say. Archer on FX. I have watched every Archer ever made. I think it is freaking hilarious. And hey, let's do one of them gimmicky YouTuber channels. U-turner. Wow. Let's do one of those gimmicky YouTuber things. Are you ready? How about 800 subscribers for a woofle? I'm at $7.99. If you haven't subscribed, by all means, let's get to 800. Woofle. Always appreciated. Ooh, wow. Oh shit, I fucked that up. Don't worry, we'll do more. Now, there we go. Either way, you got to see Plasma Ball a little longer. All right, let's do another woofle. Whoop. Oosh. Skadoosh. And number 2. I just like how it creeps down into the corner. Let me get one closer to the corner, and then I'll get one closer to Freddy. There we go. There you go. Light that corner up. All right, let's see if we can get Freddy all fired up. He didn't warm up as much as I thought he would. A little bit, maybe. All right. Thank you for whoever clicked subscribe. Laser show up? Asked Jack Attack. The laser does not show up. Maybe if I stick it in one spot for a while. Let's see. You can't see, okay. So if you look closely in the middle, Colin is now a member of the Gaggle of Goofballs. Well, thank you, Colin. Oh, well, sorry. Thank you, Chipmunk. And Colin, welcome to the Gaggle. Thank you for the another gift there, Chippy. Don't forget what I said earlier. Tell my lady I said, what's up? All right, let me point it right in the middle of the Woofle warm spot. Maybe that'll, I wonder if holding it in one spot will show up. I'm looking where it is up there, and I ain't seeing nothing. And I'm not going to shine it directly at the, almost looks like it's trying to find it. But I'm not going to shine it directly at the lens. I ain't trying to break shit. Let me shoot it right into that dead zone back there. Can you see that? If I shine it on something black, will that warm up? No. It may have. I can't tell if that pixel was there before or not, but nah, I would say not this laser. It is not quite sufficient enough to light up our life in the thermal world. Oh. I was like, what the hell was that? Did someone just come in and grab a plate of something to eat? And that's Lee scooting, clanging dishes. No, I would, Electron Box has gifted 1 membership to Gains. Welcome and thank you, Electron Box. That seems like that's kind of our thing around here. We like to give out some memberships, and once I get some like merch going, which I've also been working on, like I said, that's going to fund itself for giveaways. So hopefully I'll be able to do that. And I'm looking at like t-shirts, sweatshirts, pint glasses, like just regular, like no handle. Or maybe one of them had a hand. I don't know, but like a regular glass, pint glass, coffee mugs, multi-purpose dog collar, couple of, a little dog tags as well, things like that. I'm still polishing designs. Rob actually helped me with one of them. Rob Worrell there. Mr. Egg Cake, wank arse. Wank arse. Do you want me to smack my booty? I mean, I can, you know, get on. Is that what you like? Is that what you want? Is that what you like?
Oh, baby.
Welcome to the stream, everybody. Plate catatonics there. Spanky. Father Jack. Was that one of them UK sitcom things? Rob, is that one you made me download? Scruff tags, scruff patch. They don't really have, well, the closest thing to a patch they have is the hat. Has like a patch on it, which is weird. They don't have like regular fucking hats except for like gray and beige. Or no, olive and beige. That's the only regular hat they have. I was kind of like, maybe not. So they kind of come with a patch on them with the logo, I guess, printed on it or something. Oh, Father Ted, says Rob. Okay. Father Ted. I know it's Father something. Scruff branded jock straps. The store does offer me the opportunity to sell men's and women's underwear. I don't think we're going to jump into that arena just yet. But that option is actually there. Thinking I may save that. Like, they say you don't put all your eggs in one basket. Like, I got a couple ideas of things, assuming this takes off, of like special edition shit or, limited run stuff. I don't know. Something just to have whatever we can do to help the channel. Just to make sure we can keep doing our thing and playing our games. And holy shit, I found a 5,000 piece stealth bomber, like off-brand building block, Lego kit. It's like $462, and it is a 5-foot wingspan. Oh, that's one of them ultimate goals that we will take weeks and weeks putting that motherfucker together if I decide to get a hold. Well, I'm sorry, if we decide that one day to possibly get that big old mofo. Oh yeah, a 5-foot fucking B-52. God damn right, I would love to hang it. Like, I may have to reinforce the ceiling. Like, it is huge. Just like someone on there, if they want to speak up, is also huge Lego and building block person who was working on a approximately 3-foot 90 centimeter or 100 centimeter long Concorde build very recently. That was pretty impressive. What is up, Blair? Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. 4-foot. Oh, my bad, Brianna. 4-foot Concorde. Oh, that's right, because you had to add the fucking fairing on the back of it. God, that's right. If you don't remember, the Concorde's like a whole lot of straight plane and a whole lot of pointy ass on the back of it. It's like somebody farted in the ice and it just froze. Don't mind me. I'm a little high. Wow, there's still a lot of people here. Just since you've been here or you've come back or whatever, what I had mentioned earlier about the last Saturday of the year. What is that? That is click. All right, I was right. Okay. December 30th, Saturday, December 30th, I'm going to cash in my loyalty points at the weed dispensary. And I will be, once the stream starts at 5:33-ish. No, this is December, not November. So the last Saturday, December 30th, I'm going to consume approximately 2 grams of equivalent of THC, which means not like flour, like 2 grams of flour, but like the equivalent of if I had 2 grams of pure THC, 2,000 milligrams. Your standard dose is 10 milligrams. So I'm going to try to actually get really high. And then we're all just going to sit here and see what happens, because I'm going to eat it all within the first 45 minutes. I want to try to get it all done before the 6:30 woofle. And then we'll sit here for a couple hours and see what happens, because it's going to be edibles and drinkables and smoking this and hitting that. And it's a celebration, a fucking well-deserved celebration, because next year is the start of a fucking, should be a good time in my life. I know I'm probably jinxing it. I'm hoping I'm not, but January should be a great month. And I want to take the year out with a bang, so we'll all just get fucked up together. That's going to be the holy shit I'm fucked up stream. So I'd encourage everyone to save up a little bit of extra for December 30th, because y'all going to be drinking and smoking and whatever, and we're just going to have a good old time. We'll have our own little New Year's thing together all at once, because there's so many of us from so many different time periods. We'd never be able to sync everybody up. So we'll just all get together on Saturday night with Clive, and then after Clive over here, we'll all just get really fucked up, and we'll have our own New Year's celebration. So keep that in mind, and I'll remind everybody as we go. 7:41 where I am, so at this point we are off schedule. It's kind of like being off contract with a cell phone, except I ain't trying to sell you shit right now. Will you drop the bong at midnight? Oh, yeah. I don't want to spill the bong water, though. But, James Randolph, I do want to get a bong soon because the only one I have is basically a Coke bottle. Like, pick any Coke, Coca-Cola bottle, like your standard bottle. Like, I guess I feel like I should say your standard American thread size bottle cap because I don't know if it varies. I feel like it might. But I 3D printed an adapter that threads onto that, and it has one tube up and then one tube out. The tube up, I put a foil stick on it, and then a bowl on that, and then I use the bottle as a bong. So it is completely just like, what the fuck? But it works, but I want to get like a real bong. But I do not want to spill the bong water, because at that point, it's kind of like the little girl meme with like the house on fire behind you and she's got that little grin. Like, yeah, I spilled the bong water. Like, just burn the house down. You'll never... Mr. A Cake has taken their trousers off. That's good. That's good. I am, again, wearing my ramen noodle, which I guess you saw, actually, my ramen noodle jammies. I do have multiple jammies. I just cycle through them as we go. Blackwatcher says, if something bad happens, the cats may eat Scruff on CatCam. It is entirely true. And you know what? If I'm dead and they're hungry, you might as well, let's upcycle. Like, let's get serious. You know what I'm saying? By all means, if I'm dead, chow down. If you want, I'll leave the oven on simmer. If you can figure out how to get me in there, go for it. Jammies, yes, jammy bottoms. Like big, floppy, loose pantaloons. Yeah, the kind you gotta watch, because if you don't keep the button done up front, your ding dong will fall out when you're walking around. Definitely don't want that to happen on stream. Like, didn't that actually happen to somebody? Wasn't Clive saying something about that? James Randolph also has ramen jammies. That is awesome. Like, these are super fucking comfortable. Like, I bought them like big and just kind of cinch them that little extra, just a little, like not even knot it, just kind of pull it a little bit. Because I like all my jammy jams to be just loose as shit, breathable, airy, but still like warm, if that makes sense. Rifleman says, those unbreakable glass bongs look really cool. That's what those acrylic or like Pyrex or something. Always look for a bong that can cycle around 1 liter of air. Yeah, that would make sense, yeah. Balls hanging free. Yeah, when I had my car club, I used to like run a car club. That was like Cavaliers, Sunbirds, Sunfires, all that, the J body as it's called. It was called whatever. But the J body designation, like the letter J in the VIN designates the body type. J bodies were Cavaliers, Sunbirds, Sunfires, Cobalts, Chevy Cobalts. We had a thing, because I used to have a 13-second Cavalier way before Fast and Furious was even thought of, so it wasn't part of that bullshit. But we would all hang out. Shit, where was I going with that? I'm fucking just blah, 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 liter of air, ding dongs, balls hanging out. So I used to be the guy that would stand there in the middle of the parking lot with my balls just hanging out. Like, it could be in the summer, it could be the winter, it could be snowing. There would be snow on my balls. I mean, not like all the time, because you got to surprise people with that shit. When you like walk up to someone and their hand's just at their side, and you just kind of like just lightly graze the back of their hands with your balls, and all they do is they just feel something soft and they go, if that's fucking Scruff, and it's like, yep, that's me. I would also just like casually walk up to their cars and just kind of put my balls on their driver's side door handle, and I'd call them like, hey, just so you know, and they'd be like, God damn it. And then like you do that in the beginning of the night, and then like 3 hours later when they go to leave and they go and open the door handle and you go, hey, and with it in their hand, and they just look at you, and then they look down and they go, oh yeah, I just, like, you'd be sitting on the curb in front of me, like I would just put my balls on top of your head. Like, I was that guy. I got really good. I could run really fast with my balls out. Like, I figured out a way to tuck the boxers around the zipper teeth so that like that wasn't a problem, and I could literally haul balls across parking lots. Love chasing the new guys around. Yeah, I was basically I was the hazing for the new club members. Like, if you could deal with me chasing you around with my balls out, then you were greatly accepted into the car club. Nowadays, I'd fucking go to jail in like 5 seconds for every goddamn law on the planet. Playing off of what Electron Box just says is how times have changed. Well, one, I keep my balls in my pants more often, but yeah, you really just can't chase people around with your balls out anymore. So I wouldn't necessarily recommend it, but 20 years ago, it was fucking funny to do, let me tell you. And it was fun. Christian Herald says, I will not report you if I can sign up for the ball service. Well, the ball service has been retired for some time. Although they did make a special breakout about 12 years ago when someone thought I was bullshitting and they were like, you're not gonna stoop. Oh, you are? Yeah, I am. So they did make a special appearance once, but they've been retired. It's kind of like actually, I was gonna say it's kind of like the Rolling Stones, but they're gonna be dead and music will be coming out of the grave. But yeah, they came out of retirement once. So, but who? Nowadays, you might get shot, says Rifleman. Yes, it is entirely true. Like, there's, like, some of the goofy, like, I wouldn't chase around, like, you know, females or anything like that. Like, I wasn't weird like that. It was always dudes, just because it's funny, because they're more scared of it, I guess. You know what I mean? I don't know. But, yeah, we had fun. Yeah, nowadays I'd be on 300 different cameras and on TikTok and who knows what else. Steven Skull says, yeah, a streamer had his junk flying out of his boxers while playing Five Nights at Freddy. He was streaming to a lot of kids, and he never received a ban on YouTube. Interesting. Wherever you may be, let your balls roam free, says Jack Attack. By all means. I haven't even looked at my little topic. Like, I have a topic list over here that I really haven't needed to look at for a while. Oh yeah, there was that whole movie recommendations post thing I made. Well, there's still some people here. I guess we'll just go ahead and throw that out. Figured, like, nerds and geeks, you know, we're all various different peoples, races, creeds, cultures, locations, colors, whatever's. We're all different, but there's always that slight similarity in, like, taste in music and movies. So I figured maybe I'll throw a movie recommendation out, just as a nerd, like nerd geek to nerd geek. Yes, the red thing. If there's not a dick talk out there, I would be surprised, because I can't be there's gotta be a dick talk. Can someone look that up? Just type in dicktalk.com. I'm sure you'll be fine. No, I don't. But, is that a snake behind me? Yes, that is Orihime. She is a, about 17-year-old corn snake. She is almost 6 feet long. She actually is up to be fed next week. Maybe I'll feed her, like, late into the stream so as not to offend anybody that might not want to see that. I don't know what camera I'd be able to get over there. Yeah, maybe I can see if this one will pull its head out of its ass and get over there. But as far as a movie recommendation, I'm actually, my first one, I can't recommend one. I need to recommend the Cornetto trilogy, which, if you look up the Cornetto trilogy, you will find a selection of 3 movies by Simon Pegg and Nick Frost. Starts with Shaun of the Dead, which is a great play on Day of the Dead, you know, zombies movies, you know, your classic Romero style zombie movies, but done comedy. So Shaun of the Dead, and that's spelled UK style, so that's SHAUN of the Dead. The second part of the Cornetto trilogy is Hot Fuzz. Fucking hilarious. Watched that last night, as a matter of fact, with some of my homies. Great movie. Nick Frost and Simon Pegg are officers of the law dealing with some controversy, we'll say. Fucking hilarious. The ending is absolutely amazing. And then we have The World's End, which is a pub crawl gone slightly wrong and done hilariously. And it is called the Any Luck Catching Them Swans then? Well, it's just one swan, actually. Zap Sparky. It's called the Cornetto Trilogy because in every one, they mention getting a Cornetto ice cream cone. Like one of them ones, I guess, like, I don't know what they call them here, but, you know, it's the cone, vanilla ice cream, chocolate, and, like, the sprinkle nuts on top. Like your classic, you know, ice cream cone. And it's mentioned in each one, a Cornetto, either by name or by just wrapper. But they're fucking brilliant movies. They're all kind of tied together. Definitely recommend the Cornetto Trilogy. UK humor at its finest. Black Watcher is watching some Clint Eastwood movies tonight. Great big bushy beard. Great movies. Great movies. I'm thinking of drumsticks. Yes, Zach and the J. That is what they are over here. So I think cornettos and drumsticks, they may be the same thing. Maybe not made in the same factory, but like they're pretty much the same thing. I guess this didn't get as much attention as Stalker Wolf, but he didn't get a strike at all. Yeah, fucking SS Sniper Wolf. What a fucking cunt. That crazy bitch. I really hope YouTube does fucking something, but at this point, I don't think they give a shit anymore. They know something else, some other controversy will pop up, and then they'll be in the, then they'll be okay then afterwards. The zombie beating scene timed to Queen and Shaun of the... Oh yeah, that they play that song, they play that Queen song on the radio I listen to, the station I listen to in the morning, and every time it comes on, I'm like... I'll even sit there sometimes and be like I'm fucking like hitting them with the pool stick. I fucking love when they play that shit. Like I've watched those 3 movies way too many times. Like way too many times. Simon and someone else did a cameo in The Land of the Dead, did they? I'll have to look into that. Also Nutty Buddies. Nutty Buddies. I don't know if I've had a Nutty Buddy there, Gassy Masher. Don't Stop Me Now. That's what it is. Blair Scoutin. Don't Stop Me Now. It's a good song anyway. Definitely don't recommend anything called Dick Shark. I'm pretty sure I mentioned that last week or the week before. Don't ever watch that. And if you do, you'll understand why within 30 seconds. And that's if you're really not paying attention. Yes, Simon and Nick Frost did the cameo. That's awesome. I'll have to look for that then. Birdemic is a bit rough too. What is Birdemic? That's me on the mead now. Fair warning. My BS meter might go through the roof, says Raven Looney. That is just fine. Mr. A Cake says Sniper Wolf is Metal Gear Solid. No, this is SS Sniper Wolf, a female YouTuber who is very fucked up and going through some controversy that YouTube doesn't want to do anything about because she literally makes them millions. Because she makes millions, so you know they're fucking getting their cut. So she's done some doxing, she's like super stalker, like creepy shit, like really fucked up stuff she's done to people. and YouTube was like, stop. All right, we're going to demonetize you for like, it probably was nothing more than maybe a week, if that. Like, because then they lose money, you know what I mean? Shit. I do have Spaced. Yes. Where did, I think, yeah, I think Rob told me to get Spaced. I think we may have watched a couple of those episodes. No, we did, as a matter of fact, watch them, because there's a lot of people in, from Shaun of the Dead in Spaced, if I'm remembering right. Whew. Mr. Peter Ian Staker. P.I. Staker. Piss Taker. Come on! Okay, what was the description of the lawn there, Mr. Staker? Train Spotting. Yeah, that's a movie. God, I think we watched that a couple months ago. We watch movies a lot on Fridays, just me and some homies. So if you hear me saying we watched whatever movie, that's all that is. Caddyshack's a good one. Yeah, I'll start coming up with, like, in my movie, my nerdy, geeky, whatever movie recommendations doesn't mean like we're gonna recommend like Real Science, which is a good movie, or Real Genius, or like movies with nerds. It's just a movie a nerd enjoys. Oh, speaking of nerd stuff, on Thanksgiving Day, or Black Friday, I'm sorry, so the day after Thanksgiving, Lego is releasing a 5,000 piece, or is it 6,000? 5 or 6,000 piece Avengers tower for like $500, and I think it's like 3 or 4 feet tall. That would be cool to get one day, but that's another one of them ones where we'll just spend forever building it on the stream. But I want to get once we get to that point down the road, post forklift, definitely want to do that B-52. That thing is going to be wicked to build. Kind of curious if they have you build it in rough sections and then put big pieces together, or if we're going to be constantly fumbling around with this big motherfucker all day. Which means I may have to actually change things in here, well, temporarily to fit. I may have to move the camera mount around too, because we'll probably have to build it on the backup desk. You know, the chair, or the box this chair came in. Heavy duty as fuck. Been using it as a second desk for a while. Probably have to build it on that, because it's going to have to stay in this room, because the cats obviously will, if they get in there, they will just... Rob's screaming at everybody. That's good. Anything with Ronnie Dangerfield is absolutely good. Redneck Atheist, absolutely. So are there any cats out besides the skeleton cat? Let's see. Nope. Just some shuffled cones and empty plates. Oh, wait. That one has just like a speck of cat food on it. I can't believe it survived. Just kind of looking around here. Zach in the J says, don't stick your dick in crazy. That is something I use as well. Boy, did I miss that one. I followed my own advice on that one. God, how loud was that? Did that come in pretty good? Because that was loud as shit in my headphones. It is 8 o'clock. Let's see. Let's, VertoThermoWhoofle says testosterone is a hell of a drug. Yeah. That is true. Especially if someone's not used to it. But anyway. Dogma is the best when you're stoned out of your mind, says Redneck Atheist. Dogma is also a great movie. Part of the Jay and Silent Bob series of movies, I guess you would say. Do I have a t-shirt that says Cover? I do not have a t-shirt that says Cover. No. Cannot say that I do. I wouldn't think cats would take that much interest in it. From my experience, it's a case of look at it for a few minutes and then go take a nap. You'd think, but my cats... Lee just bites everything. Like, everything. Anything that is new to her, she sniffs it once or twice, and then she just bites it. Like, not even like a test bite. She just tries to eat everything. Like, I heard this weird noise one day, and this is when I realized that she was just off the deep end. A toast, we'll get to that in a second. A toast to my kitty cats, to my kitty cats, the real stars of the show. So a toast to Tiny Mama, Poofy Girl, Spaz, and Ronnie. Toast to Fuzzy Butts, and a toast to your pets and all the pets in our lives and all the fuzzy butts out there. Toast to them. Let's see, cats, and I forgot exactly what I was talking about. Something about the cats. I am definitely starting to feel pretty good. Toast kitties, kitties. The reward drug for petting animals is a great one. Maybe dopamine, maybe. I mean, they're just fun to scritchy butt. Scritchy butt. Unbelievably wise advice. Dick to crazy ratio. Though incredibly enjoyable and fun at the time, tends to end unwell in the long run. Yes, Blair. Yes, it does. Kittes forever, says Randy, 1979 Vice Admiral Tiger. Tiger. Let's see, what do we got over here? Oh yeah, I got a work email I gotta work on tomorrow. That's annoying. But, you know, you gotta do your thing. Alright, I did the movie recommendations. Oh, I still gotta do a ThermoWhoofle. Actually, no, sorry, that was 8:30. We did the toast at 8. We're in unscheduled zones at this point. I don't even know what to fucking chat about. Like, sometimes you want to, like, pick a topic, but you kind of want to, like, blend it in, even though you don't really have anything to blend, as it were. Lee Bitey jacket. Yes, Lee Bitey everything. Oh, yeah, that's the story I was telling you about. Yeah, she just shoot everything. She just has to bite it. One day I heard a weird noise in the other room. I'm like, what the fuck is that? It almost sounded like keys or something. I go in there, I had a 2x2 piece of angle steel that was sitting on the floor for a project. Like, we're talking like 3/16 thick angle steel, and she's sitting there going, king, 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 like trying to eat the steel. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, that's, like, she just has to bite everything. And then, like, she'll bite phones, like, she's taking my phone, she's run off with remotes, she's taking my keys. I think she took one of Mouse's mini pewters, because I found one out in the living room that I don't know why it was out there. So I'm thinking that may have been like sitting like in the kitchen or someplace weird. I don't know. That was odd. K-Cat Radio playing all your smooth cat music. Like, someone actually did an experiment and found a certain pattern and type of music that does actually help relax cats. I forget what it was called. It was like cat music by some unusual, like, I'm feeling like unusual name that is actually on Spotify. And I played it for the cats, and they did seem to kind of chill and relax. I forget what it's called. I got it bookmarked on Spotify somewhere. But apparently they did like research for a couple years, and apparently the rhythms and the tones in this music are like based on like purr tones and frequencies and different natural rhythms that they've associated with cats. That or just, you know, put on a bird video or like a cat video. Like they watch Luna the Panther, they watch Maru the cat. Any cat like meme videos I'll put on sometimes. They love watching other cats. Ronnie likes watching, if I watch a channel called Ants Canada. I don't know why I watch a channel that's about ants, but I do. But Ronnie likes chasing the ants around on the TV if he notices them like scurrying around on the TV. Mouse is, I don't think, I thought Mouse left like a while ago. He would be blue. My cat ran off with a USB stick 2 years ago. Still have not found it, says Franco. Yeah, that, I can imagine like one of these days I'm going to move something somewhere or like move a cushion and there's going to be like all kinds of like cool stuff. Like fucking memory lane and shit going down. Black Watcher watched some of the old Mission Impossible TV shows today. I don't know that I've ever watched any of the Mission Impossible TV shows. I don't think I ever have them. I have a bunch of the Mission Impossible movies, but not the TV show. Chili powder is your friend, says Electron Box. I mean, chili powder is good for flavor, not anything spicy, that's for sure. At least not for me. But I eat ridiculously spicy shit all the time anyway. Yeah, I heard like apparently Pack A has either just come out or they already have like the next one chip challenge. I guess if I happen to, I know they sell it in stores a lot now. If I happen to see one, maybe I'll pick it up. I don't know if you've ever watched any of those videos on YouTube. If you do get a chance, just Google one chip or YouTube search one chip challenge. When you get a chance, there's a lot of people that cannot handle the spicy Dorito. They do not do well with a spicy Dorito. I mean, granted, it is a severely spicy Dorito, but it's not that spicy for me. Like the Death Nut Challenge is far spicier than the one chip challenge. And the Death Nut Challenge wasn't that bad. It was hot, but it wasn't that bad. Wait, there's a community of Blair Skelton says there's a community of YouTube creator channels that caters to actual cats viewing their content. I wonder how Google can monetize that. Commercials of tablets being sold that are playing bug games. That's off the top of my head. Just have them play the meow meow song. Meow meow. Hold on.
Meow 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 meow.
You're welcome. You just play that all day. Someone died from the one chip challenge. I didn't hear that, Rifle Man. Seems like there's always at least one person that dies from those challenges. I mean, I guess you're not going to know because most of those people haven't done a challenge before. Franco can't have spicy food. Oh, you have mouth ulcers due to your medication. That sucks. I bit through my cheek yesterday. I had I have like one of them silicone rings you put in your frying pan and then you crack an egg into it You know, as long as the pan's hot enough, as soon as it hits, it like seals the bottom, and you can make like an egg McMuffin, like a McDonald's, you know, round egg patty. I had that with some hot sauce on there and forgot that I'd bitten through my cheek. Like I basically pierced the inside of my cheek last night. Ate that, some of that hot sauce got all in there, and it was just like, I went in there and I swished it out with water, which of course made it worse for a moment before it got better. But yeah, watch eating spicy stuff with some crunchy, when you crunch your inner cheek. Yes, Megavoltmeister, we are still going. We will be ending soonish. Haven't run out of shit to talk about yet, and there's still a bunch of people here, so I'm gonna keep rocking and rolling as much as I can. Yeah, actually, let me do a poll, because most of the people that are here have been here for a little while, I'm guessing. Would you like to see me feed Orihime a frozen thawed mouse next week after, let's see, at or around 7:30? So that's like an hour, well, like 45 minutes ago. So like 2 hours into the stream. That way people that want to chill, in case anybody doesn't want to see anything getting eaten. Let's see. Would you like to see me feed Orihime a frozen thawed mouse next week? Just so you know, it is previously perished. It was frozen. I just thaw it and wiggle it. At or around 7:30. Yes or no? I don't think. Actually, you know what? I'll add this option. Sure, but I might use that time for a pee break. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, not wrong. Oh, shit. Now I have to have something. No. Nope. Nope. Come on. Where's the button? Where is the button? Oh, that's too many. No, but I will. Sure, but I can. Sure, but I'll be on break. There we go. Don't mind me, folks. Just doing my thing. So yeah, that's Orihime, Corn Snake. Blair Scott, how did I miss that? This is the interactive content I am here for. Glad I could assist in your interactiveness. And hello, Alyssa. Look at that, 1F. Nice. Yeah. So are you working on Thursday as well as me? Because I'm working Thanksgiving Day from fucking 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. Unless they close early. Yay. Holiday. Alyssa has been here before. She is an operator at the Amazon warehouse. She pops in from time to time. She's a cool little lady. Cornetto Trilogy Best Movie. It's not bad, Christian. You know what? I'm going to write that down. I'll ask that next week, just to give some people a chance to watch it. Turn that page. Let's see, that's during the promo stream, so that's when I'll be half asleep. Alright, promo stream. Cornetto poll. Best of 3. Nice. Good deal. Good deal. Double time? What double time? Who double time? When the snake unhinged the jaw, quite interesting. Yeah, she's got a big old mouth. Like the mice I feed her are almost 3 times her neck size. They're about 1.5 her belly size. But yeah, when she gulps, like it's brrr. Like there's a member video that actually has up of her eating, but I'll see if I can get this to work a little less crappily over Wi-Fi, and then I can stick it over there. I wonder what happened with mission control cam. Can I point that down? Oh, the fucking green screen pole's probably in the way. Let me see. Is that? Oh, let's see here. You really can't see any. There's just, it's too far away, and there's just a lot of shit in the way. Oh well. Earth. No option to complain to the manager about horrific scenes of nature, asks Zap Sparky. No, there is not. Brianna says, this holiday fell on my rest days, with your weird ass schedule. But I do work Christmas this year. Yeah, most likely. If right now Amazon says they are closed Christmas, but that is subject to change depending on demand. So since I'm the only one of, we have a team of 4 fucking solid dudes. Like me and 3 other dudes, fucking solid. Like we got that shit down on lockdown. Like we finally got a really good groove going. But I'm the only one without like a family, because these are all young dudes and shit. Like they got kids or like girlfriends and shit like that. So like I'm like, y'all ain't working on the fucking holiday. I'll take Thanksgiving. If we're open on Christmas, I'll take that, even though Brandon loves to work on the holidays, but like he's got family and shit, so I'm not even gonna let him unless he like really, really, really wants to. But Scruff, you should cook something for Thanksgiving week, says Lockwatcher. I have no time on Thanksgiving week, because instead of having 4 days off in a row, I'm working Thanksgiving, I'm working Friday, 4 hours that Friday, then I'm coming home, and 2 hours later, I'm starting my 12-hour gaming stream of Half-Life 2. And then I'm going to take a short nap and then get up for Live After Clive promo stream. And then when that's done, I'm probably going to step out of the office and fall on my face and go to bed and possibly let the cats eat me. I will try to make sure their bowls are full as is, like the one bowl just kind of fills itself up, but I'll try to be in a position that maybe they won't eat me, but I am going to be one fucking tired little scruff puppy come Saturday night, I imagine. But we'll see. It's like whatever. It's fun. I'm gonna have some fucking fun with it. Randy 1979 Vice Admiral Tiger, do your cats freak out and take off like little kitty rockets? Every once in a while. I mean, they get the zoomies. If I'm testing the house stereo at really the highest I'll turn it up is like -20 decibels, because at that point like my head starts to hurt. Then I'll definitely zoom around, but that's just kind of like hurting their ears, so then I'll turn it back down after I blow the dust off the speakers, as it were. But yeah, they just kind of do that all the time anyway, especially once you hear. And then you can usually be like 3, 2, 1, and then somebody goes by and like at fucking 500 miles an hour. Gotta blow the dust off the old cone. That's what I say. What are you doing? I'm just making sure the dust is off the coils. It's all good. Keep cleaning up the speakers. Just blow the dust right off of there. Christian Harris asks, is there no time in the schedule for balls out? There is no time in the schedule for balls out. There is not. Blair Scoutin. I've already done Thanksgiving a few weeks ago. Was actually in Scotland at the time. My next time off starts December 21st to January 2nd. That's actually when my big vacation is. It's my end of year vacation, which I tend to do. No, actually, well, mine did start the 21st. Now it starts the 22nd. And then, yeah, I don't go back to work until January 1st. that's going to be a whole lot of website and social media build up time for my brands, whatever. Like I ain't gonna have time to do it in Thanksgiving, that's for goddamn sure. Franco has not cleaned his speakers in months. Well, the best time to do it's usually like 3 or 4 p.m., especially if you live around a lot of people. You just let them know. You just open your door, scream real loud, hey, just cleaning my speakers, nothing to worry about. You know, and sometimes it's good really just leave as many windows as you can too, because, you know, that fresh air helps. And then turn the knob up and then just keep going. Just keep trying. You know, get in there dead shorted out. Just let your neighbors know what you really think of them. That's what I did before I moved out of one of my... That's weird. Oh. Okay. Sorry. My wrist is ringing. So I'm actually wearing my watch today. It's linked to my Samsung phone. It's a Galaxy Watch 3. And through Verizon, like this has always had its own phone number. But when you call that number, it just says, this device is unavailable. You send it text messages, nothing happens. And I always thought that was a little bit weird. Like I always figured I'd be able to use that extra phone number for something. So I started dicking around with it today, and I figured out that if I take the phone offline, like, because if the phone's connected at any way to the internet, be it cellular, Wi-Fi, whether I'm home, whether I'm fucking over, you know, in Zimbabwe hanging out with cell service, as long as this is online anywhere in the world, they will find each other and be linked. So if I shut the phone off, suddenly this goes into full standalone mode, and like all the text messages I've sent, like, you know, over the past years just started rolling in, and then I tried calling that extra phone number and it actually worked. So I finally figured out, because to sell t-shirts you have to have a business phone number. I ain't putting this one on there because it actually comes on the invoices, like the receipts. So I'm going to use this phone number now, because I actually have an extra phone number that I figured out how to make it work. So that just means I'll be doing all my business calls James Bond style, because the only way to check them is on the watch itself. It's an easy workaround. I'll deal with it. You know what I mean? My wrist is winking. It is ting 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 ting. Yeah, that's a tingle. This is some weird fucking ringtone that was built into it. Blair says, I'll do my best to be around for whatever streams you have go between then and now. I have a lot of extra streams planned. Once January and February kicks in, we'll see how the Wednesdays go. It'll either be the same or I may skip a week. We'll see what's available and what kind of Lego shit we're into. What is the make and model of the watch? It is a Samsung Galaxy Watch 3. The bigger one. I think it was 54 millimeter. Because they had 2 of them. 2 or 3 different sizes of the dial. And it's, yeah, the screen protector on it's cracked. Douche. But that's it there. It does good. Like I got it in fall of 2020 and it still lasts all day as long as it's connected to the phone and not trying to do its own Wi-Fi-ness. So if I need to use it as a business phone, it'll just sit on the charger at home anyway, because I bought it when I was a manager and I was having a random conversation with the vice president of the company. And he happened to look down, he went, you don't have a watch? And I went, nah. He went, hey, maybe you should get yourself a nice watch. Because, like, it's a manager thing, I guess. And I was like, big hint taken. And at that point, I was using this phone. That's an HTC U11. I was using that phone as my main phone, which was already old as shit. So that's when I got the Samsung S21 Plus, the Galaxy Watch 3, and I left Sprint and went to Verizon because I contacted Sprint, said I wanted to buy this phone and this watch exactly. I didn't want to substitute something else, and I'll end that poll in a second. I didn't want to like settle for anything else. Like, this is what I wanted. I called Sprint, like, what can you do for me? They wouldn't even give me $5 off. I've been a customer with Sprint for 21 years, and you can't even give me $5 off? That's like just a little bit of something. They're like, nope. I went, okay, cancel my contract. Holy shit, never thought I'd say that to Sprint. But ever since T-Mobile bought Sprint, like, it sucks. T-Mobile's fucking junk. They fuck Sprint all up. So now I'm with Verizon, which it kind of works because I get like that discount thing because I have Verizon Fios, fiber optic, gigabit Ethernet, and then now I have my cellular service. So you get like a probably $10 off a month. You know, one of them combined bullshit things. But anyway, 3 years later, the watch still works pretty good. I don't have any battery issues with it. They haven't updated it, and you know, I think the last update I saw on it was June of last year, because they're up to the 6 now, I think it is. But as long as this battery keeps working, I'll never have a reason to replace it. Just because I don't wear watches that much anymore, because I'm not a manager anymore. Now I'm back just busting balls and getting shit done, like actually doing stuff. Yes, Zap Sparky, it was listed as a business expense because it was bought specifically for work. Not that by then Trump had already fucked up business, being able to claim business expenses. So I barely made, I think, a couple bucks off of it anyway. But let's see here. But anyway, it was a nice watch for $500. It was a little expensive, but they did give me a good deal. They gave me, they let me finance it with no interest, and since the phone was $1,000 and the watch was $500, God, fuck, shit, it's expensive. It's an expensive hobby, but they ended up giving me like $300 off everything, and I signed a 2-year contract. All right, so I guess I will feed or hear me tomorrow, or sorry, Saturday, sometime around 7:30. See, so we got the Cornetto poll and feed or Hime around 7:30. All right, I'll figure out what will end up happening. I'll probably end up using this phone no matter what. It's just I'll make sure it's very still and stable, and hopefully it won't get too freaking derp like it was doing when I was trying to get it to work. Like, this one works at this point. It works pretty damn good, just plugged in USB wise, because there's no point doing it wireless when the computer's right goddamn there. But surprising enough, this thing just sucks over Wi-Fi. I'm going to try turning a bunch of like the features off in the camera just to get the camera as raw dog as possible. But it's really frustrating when this fucking phone can't do it as well as that one. Because when that one was running Wi-Fi, that didn't really have any skips to it. So I don't know what's going on with this. And it's not like I got a whole bunch of bullshit installed on it. Poll again. Which poll? It popped up yeah, every once in a while I'll get like a double poll thing when I'm doing this. Yeah, it's like woofle time. That is almost time to call it an evening. Holy shit. Zach and Jay has a Timex Iron Man, but I've heard there's a really fucking nice watches. I have a small, it was called like an outdoor campy, whatever Timex that I've beaten the hell out of. And it's like, man, whatever. It does not give a shit. It's got the tritium, I always forget where the N is in there, but it's got a tritium arm, glowy army things on it. Trump has all of his golf gear stuffed up his big hairy ass. Yes. Tritium. It is tritium. I always think there's an N in there, like Trentium or something. I don't know why. Thank you, David Camano. Camano? Is that it? David Camano? Try to say everybody's name as correctly as possible. Do I like digital or analog? Let me just take it off my wrist. See, that's the other reason why I bought a smartwatch, was because I have to do both. Generally, I do the time in, you know, in a dial, because I'm old school. But this is a face I'm just fucking with. I'm not done with, but it will have digital on there as well. I usually do a dial in analog and military in digital on the same face. Since I've gotten this anyway, this is the only one I've been able to do that with, but I'll make my own. Actually, when I bought the watch, I spent like $5 and got one of them watch face making things, so I can design my own derpy ass themes for it. So I try to keep military time and a dial on it. There, Mr. Egg Cake. Tritium is also in some exit signs. I think some of the exit signs we have at work, I think we just did a round of updates. I think some of them may have tritium in them. I should look into that, see if we got any extra ones laying around. It's something like that. I can just tell the boss, hey, I'm going to take this and put it on the show, and then I'll bring it back, and they won't give a shit. So I'll see if we have any tritium ones there, like in the that would probably be in the shop cage if we had extra exit signs. Did I order the Lego iBot? Now I'm going to order stuff from Vonado, VONADO.com. Not a sponsor. Just found them last night. They are a building block, like huge site that is recommended by a lot of builders that use off-brand Lego. It is VONADO.com. Vonado. They have a lot of awesome shit, including a 5-foot B-52 bomber. And Brianna was looking as well, the before mentioned Lego person who also likes Lego. She was looking up some stuff on there, and she found a lot of cool shit on there that she seemed interested in. So actually, let me just type that in. Like I said, not a sponsor, just really good Lego sets. That didn't work. Did that work? Go to that didn't work. Just probably type HTTPS that vonado.com. Is that right? Let's see. Should be. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, they got a whole a new Star Wars series too. Create your own MOC. Like, you can actually send shit to them for them to create for you. Oh shit. So yeah, check them out. They have light kits too. All different kinds of stuff. Like, that's a really good site for off-brand Lego. But they have some gigantic, ridiculous sets at that place. Like, we will end up getting something from there. At the very least, they do have a, what was it, 290 pieces, roughly, little iBot from Fallout. If you played the Fallout series, they're these little dudes that just kind of run around. That was like, what was it, like $9.91 or something? That was I definitely recommend, recommend this place. All right, so let's get a VertoThermoWhoofle going, and then we'll get ready to sign off. Appreciate everybody hanging out as long as you have. It's been a pretty groovy stream. Can we draft your work email with you? Oh no, you don't want to be involved in that one. I already warned my boss. Anyway, a late toot toot, says Jacques Attack. Alright, we'll just go. Oh, that's right, that one's dead. I forgot to grab a charge cable. Like I said, I need to get some more micro USB cables. So let's just do a quick puff to... let's do a little just to do a little. So cheers to doing a little just to do a little, and then we're going to do a woof burp. Blair seems concerned at the website, I believe. In the rabbit hole, yeah, there is so much shit in there, and a lot of it is priced really, really good. And they get pretty good reviews from all the Lego people, all the builders. So I'm kind of like, yeah, all right. They don't have the forklift, however, so I still have to get that from usablocks.com, which is fairly reputable. They seem to be okay for the most part. Well, let's flip it over to thermal. Where we at there? Cannot wait till I get my stream deck. The thermal looks like a little glitchy, so just so you know, it does seem a little every once in a while. We'll see if it fixes itself if it recalibrates. I don't know why it's doing that. It's like the new software. It's been doing that, so I don't know what is up, but either way, it's woofle time. Ooh, that was a nice ring there. That was pretty clear. Franco just bought a Galaxy Watch 3 from eBay for 45 pounds. That's not bad, as long as the battery in it's good, and if it's not, it's probably not that bad to replace, I'd imagine. Oosh. It's it's durable. Like, I beat the shit out of it when I was wearing it every day, because even though I was a manager, I was still doing a lot of work I wasn't supposed to be doing, because I was just getting bored. Boom. But yeah, I got the little cheap screen protector for it. Came in like a set of 3 for like 10 bucks, and I've gone through 2 of them. Or well, this is the second one, and it's been cracked for a while. Yeah, I held that one up a little bit higher to see if I like doing the different heights so you get the different style. I guess sort of smoke ring. That second one, that was a really tight ring that came out. That was pretty neat. I'm gonna have to watch that back. Raven Looney with 10 pounds. Have some money, smile. Well, thank you. 10 pounds. So that's going to be 12.16. Is that going to be 12.16? I'm kind of basing it on the poundage from earlier. Thank you, Raven Looney. Let's see if my math is broke, or let's see how much the pound exchange rate has changed in the past past 2 hours. Let me flip it on back, and we'll actually get ready to roll some credits. Kind of want to see when that pops up, because it always does. There it is. There it is. Oh shit! I was off by a penny, motherfucker. Goddamn changing exchange rate. Shit. All right. I tried. That was bad. That was a little closer. The other one I was 6 cents off. That one was 1. That's not bad. All right. So they got a little half in there. It's like the gas station. Like, I don't know if your gas stations have it, but around here, at least in Maryland, like it says it'll be like 125 and 0.9 pennies. So it's like it's dumb. I guess. I don't know. I'm high. Having fun. Let's get ready to roll some credits here if it doesn't break. Yeah, it's all okay. Let's give it. For some reason, the credits start rolling in the background. I don't know why. I think I mischecked a box somewhere. So I will fling it over here once it goes through its thing. So that just means we're going to be here for like another minute or so. Oh no, wait, it's almost to the end. All right, we'll swipe those over here in one moment, and then we'll get ready to go. Where am I going? This way? Here we go. All right, everybody. Thank you again for stopping by and hanging out. And if you're not subscribed and you've been here this long, by all means, hit the button. We have fun. We do this every week. And yeah, we're just here to chill out and have some fun, relax, turn it off a little bit. Kind of like a safe spot. Just where everybody can go do their things. We haven't had any sex bots in a while, which is actually a little disappointing, because that's when you know you're doing all right. But we'll get there. We'll get there. I've had a couple sex bots hit my streams before. Very proud moment. Very proud. But anyway, thank you for stopping by, and thanks for everyone that has donated. And subscribed, and all that good stuff. And I will see you on Wednesday when we put LEDs in our Lego space stuff. Oh, good. I actually had enough to let the credits roll all the way through. So, again, thanks for stopping by. Have yourself a groovy evening. And if I don't talk to you before Thanksgiving and you're in America, have a good Thanksgiving. But I'll be here Wednesday. So, let's see. Let's go for that not so awkward moment in there. Yeah, last time I was like over here. So we'll go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.